One of my peoples, or myself, I guess. Well, I better hop on and get some of that oversteer work done. And it's funny, I was gonna actually do the weekend mission at the Anomaly on, was it Friday, I think it was? But I actually never ended up even doing it, so I guess we'll do that today. Oh, again, my usual typical random crypto price updates. Bitcoin hit 108,000 again. Yep, seesaw. Anywho. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, hey, maybe our one settlement's not as bugged. Let's see here. Okay, I'm building something somewhere probably. Let's find out if I am or not. Man, I tell you, I've been bouncing between different games that are, that play at 60 frames per second and 120. Like this game's 120, and oh boy, it's a little jarring actually, going back and forth quite a bit throughout the day, I noticed. Especially if you go from 120 to a 30 frames per second game. Oh my gosh, that is not smooth. Oh my gosh. I never thought I would become a frames per second or hertz kind of guy, snob in a way, but after upgrading my desktop, to a Mac, and then having 120 hertz HDR monitors, and now playing my PS5 Pro in 120 hertz mode in game No Man's Sky, your brain starts to get used to seeing things super smooth. Like when I played NBA 2K16 last night or so, like it felt weird playing it, and I know why now. It's because of the frames per second. I think I get 60 frames per second in NBA 2K16. But man, 30 frames per second games is jarring to go from 120 hertz. I mean, even going to my phone and my iPad, that's both only at 60 frames per second, 60 hertz. It's a little freaky too. So yeah, so basically what I'm saying is I need to upgrade everything to 120 frames per second hertz displays or modes. Okay, we got those, supplied some metal for that building. Let's see what we got here. Oh, we're all about to happen this here, so... Oh no! Wrong one. We're not gonna tax them. Hey, you know what? I'm a believer in the magical mushroom mental reset thing. Actually works great, in my opinion. I've been doing that for 20 years now, so I guess I'm quite actual living proof of it. Yeah, the last time I did it was actually stuff I got through a mindfulness company in California. It was totally legit, actually, over the email, over internet, and then mailed to me. Basically what it was, just dried mushrooms, pre-ground, and yeah, just make tea out of it. And the ones I got was, I think about 4 hours I got of a little adventure on it. Not as intense as stuff I've done naturally, I've gotten firsthand, but nonetheless, having access to that, is nice, in my opinion. So, I mean, that's a hard thing to find at times. But now, thankfully, Minnesota's looking to actually decriminalize or allow for medical usage of psilocybin, I think it's what they're doing, aka mushrooms and similar type of psychedelics that are good for basically rewiring your brain. Yeah, I always would tell my friends that I would do this every year just as a mental reset, and now that they got actual research on the effects of magical mushrooms in the brain and people with PTSD, depression, etc. Yeah, it is basically like a disconnecting and reconnecting of neuron pathways. Kind of redirects the way you think at times. In my opinion, for people with major addictions or previously major addictions, it seems like a smart method. I can't say, I'm not a doctor, of course, but it would make sense to me in how it how it feels and works. Like, and I always, whenever I go into such a thing, I make sure I'm a very comfortable, safe environment, pre-stage all my electronics and media for the time, make sure you got tons of awesome snacks and food and water and anything you need in case you have a freak out session, soft pillows and a calm space. Yeah, like I tell people, if they ever want to do mushrooms with ever for the first time, I'm a really good person to be. I will guide you and protect you and keep you calm and in a safe space. So it's funny actually. This one chick I met at my condo, like there was a bunch of us here for a while, not anymore, but about 5 to 7 years ago 7 years ago when I was hanging out here, living here, of course. There was a bunch of us younger people at the condos that would get together at night and drink and have little bonfires outside by the train before they built all the other apartments by us. Our building was built in 2006, and then 2008 hit, and all the development that was going to happen around our fishbowl condos never happened for till about 5 years ago, I think it was, 6 years ago. So we had all this green space. Like, I could look out my windows and it was literally a big old field of just grass. God, the dog owners loved it. I'd look out and see just people, dog owners with their dogs just running wild in the fields. Now I look out and what I see? Oh, I see 8-story condo or 8-story apartments and a hotel. But the green space looks great still. Okay, let's see here. This is the hard thing, man. It's like trying to find what building you're working on, which I don't know if I am right now. But this one especially, because they're so big, the buildings. I feel like it's on the other, like if I stand here, it was over here. No, not, let's go here and look. I guess the tower's not only for calling space anomalies, but figure out where you're building something where it was. Huh, not down here. Oh yeah, I think it's, I don't think I have anything in the works, actually. If I do, it's over here. I don't see my little construction up on anything. Oh yeah, well, let's do our thing. We gotta build quest. Oh no. Is it still doing the... Ah, yeah, this is the bug. It's funny, somebody on my stream was talking about this one. They had a settlement that had this kind of, except it was pirates constantly attacking. Did say detected. But yeah, I don't know. This is bugged, I can't do any of this stuff. I don't know how. It just won't let me. So yeah, I'm at the... I've teleported here over a dozen times since I got that message. Oh well, next update I imagine will fix that. So let's see. Let's upgrade this, because when you upgrade these, they go from rusted to nice looking materials right away. And I've been picking the bigger buildings. Oh, this is a beat. Let's, no. What the heck? Oh! Yeah, I don't have my right ship, do I? I've been stashing all my goods for settlements in this ship. In the Vector. Golden, I call it my Golden Viper. Okay, let's see. I want to do... Let's see if the multi-tool changes in this thing. Yeah, these have multi-tool cabinets. I had not noticed since I went in. You know, we're gonna upgrade this one. See if it's I bet it's gonna be an S-class. If you get to S-class, your chances of... Oh. Semiconductor? Oh, it's because my ship's too far away. Wait, semiconductor? Let's see. I forget what that one looks like. I need to get more of these. Semi. Just make all my these. Look at all the baked goods we got. Quantum computer. Let's see. What is this? I forgot about these ones. All the stuff you make for some of the lines. Echo seed, that's right. Okay, focus shimmer. Semiconductor was it? I said. Oh, there it is. Huh. No, I'll put these over here for now. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. So, sorry, I just get a kick out of. I have few people that join my session when I stream, and I always fill my inventory with void eggs, which I'm on, gonna play, and Atlas level 3 passes just as like a gag. I feel just to mess with me, which I appreciate, Okay, let's see. Let's put these in my suit for now. Then I was wondering what they were doing next to me, snickering. Shit, yeah, love it. Okay. Yeah, I've been collecting milk these days. Holy crap, stockpiling that. For my bacon goods. Let's see. I'm just gonna leave the milk in the main inventory, because why would I? Oh my god, where did I get all this paraffin from? Why? Oh, I know where. I had a base, I think, somewhere. A farm. Oh, okay. Alright, that's it is. I gotta give these away to some people in the anomaly here. I'm glad I didn't have one of my ships that had nothing in it, because fucking filled with eggs. Okay, let's organize some of those. Wait a second, where did I put my, Oh, there they are down here. Bloody heck. Semiconductors, okay, yes please. There we go. Wow, 3 of those, huh? How long is this? I bet about 2 hours? Hour and a half, not bad, not bad. Okay. Well, off to our next plate. Where are we at here? Yeah, we're good on the milk. We'll stop the milk farm later. Yeah, this place is getting full. Wild. Let's see. Off to this pass. This is my S class one I had before the update. This place is really getting built out. I think I'm almost at the end of the building requests. Yeah, it's funny. Every time I think I'm done, I have all the buildings. Nope, I get another one. So I'm like, yay. And I really like this location of this settlement. Like I said previous streams, it's literally in between 7 points of interest, various ones. So I feel like the next update's gonna be a point of interest update. So I'm gonna be like right in the thick of everything when it happens, or if I'm totally wrong about what the update's about. Oh well, I'm still in a good spot. The funniest thing is I could use some welding soap, actually. I feel like that's something I use. Oh, I must put it in my freighter. Isn't that weird? Oh no, I put it over here in my stash of stuff I have in case I need it. Wait there, fusion cores? Oh yeah, that's right. Cogs. Cog. Well, I bought welding soap. I don't know where it went. I'm having like inventory disappearing issues today, or AKA Jimmy Brain not so smart today. Okay, what is this? My perpetual cakes? Yes, thank you, Matt. I think it was. He gave me those. Yeah, whoever, one dude just drops in and gives me all these perpetual cakes, which, you know what, I totally appreciate, because I still need Hexberry to actually properly make those. But the cream buns are pretty good for, like, scanning stuff. Okay. Got my food ready to give away the anomaly when we go there. Let's see, we have a building. Oh my god, every time. Where's the door? Yep. Where are we at? Zap Pass. Dang, we got the marker worked. Yeah, I got like 4 marketplaces in this one. I don't know how many there really are. If it's the same for every settlement eventually or what, but yeah, it's wild. So let's see, here's another market open. There's one right next to it you can see. I think there's one on the other side of this. Celebrate. Yeah, there's one market there, here, and here. And over there. What? Yeah, this is a completely empty one. Or maybe it's during the daytime it's not. This one has one NPC. Huh. No one there though. Okay. Or this one. One NPC there. Yeah, it's wild. And this one's totally empty. Yeah, I think these are giving me the food and the archaeology guide. Or some kind of thing related. Okay, so yeah. Let's see what we got here. Got some frigate fuel, like one. One frigate fuel and some help stack for cooking. Is it only literally one I get? It is only one. It seems like it's kind of funny. Well, let's see what we got going here. No decisions, okay. You know, I'm gonna upgrade one of those markets. I don't know what the markets. Let's see, we got a lot of S-Class here, you can see. Yeah, it's funny, this settlement actually, all the icons work above everything. It's like, you can totally tell what things are, actually. Let's go to my build camera. Yeah, this place is just like, look at me, look how built out this place is, how far over that way it is. This is one of my settlement I had before the beacon update, so it was already pretty fleshed out inside, but okay, let's see ones that don't have any icons. They're C-class, these ones. There's a B-class over there. Ooh, I don't think I've done anything with, that's another market. All the markets I haven't done anything with. Those in S-class. S-class here, S-class here, S-class, S-class, B-class. You know, maybe we'll do this B-class building here. Yeah, look at there's 1, 2, 3, 4 marketplace places. There's an S-class. Yeah, I really hope they make our overseer office just more prominent, you know, like, it should stand out. Like, just make the whole damn roof glow something, you know? I'm okay with more glowing stuff. Okay. So, we're gonna go this way. What is this one? That's an S. Yeah, I always do the big buildings. Let's do this. It's over here. Well, these are the... I should check in this one now again. Hang on. Let's see if there's an S-class multi-tool in here. That's only disappointing. There's nothing growing here. you know? I feel like there should be stuff growing here. However, now, I think this is the... Oh, that's another growing one, too. Oh, bummer. Yeah, I have a lot of these agricultural units. What is this at? Oh, this one isn't even upgraded at all. Perfect. Winner, winner. Yeah, it's funny, you can tell. The bug must have been with the C class. You know how they said that none of these things would show, and they fixed it? I think what they literally did is change the value it was at when it didn't show for anything but a C class, so that it shows for everything but C class. They're like, oops, we forgot to flip that switch the other way around. How do you get the C class show? We'll work on that in the next update. This is a temporary fix. Would know, have done some similar things in production before myself. Like, I'd be like, boss, to really fix this, I need to really do some crazy stuff. But I can make it look like it's fixed temporarily to the end users and they won't notice anything different. And he'd be like, do the fix. I'm like, okay, it's done. You know, that's one thing I gotta admit. I really did enjoy my IT jobs I've had. Like, I mean, I literally got to sit around and just solve problems. Like, that's all my job was. Like, I was high-level sysadmin, desktop administrator, engineer, software application deployment dude. But yeah, it was really fun because, I mean, the group I was in at the time, I call it the heyday. We were at the heyday at the law firm in the IT department, and like all of us in our group spent most of the day surfing the internet and just randomly buying stuff, but at the same time, you know, maintaining our systems and keeping ahead of things and learning things. So it was always fun, like when my boss would come out of his office, just yell like, hey, and usually it'd be, Jimmy. I'm like, yeah, whoop, what's up? Hey, we need this. We need to look at this and this and this and do this and this and this. I'm like, okay, when do you want me to do that by? Nah, let me know by Friday what's possible and where we are with this or whatever. Which I love. My boss is a macro manager. Like, he trusted all of us in the department because we were his co-workers previously. I mean, a few of my people were. And then he came back and he went to a different law firm, was an director of IT for a bit, and it's like, yeah, no, this little rinky-dink place, not it. Then came back and became the network operations manager, so. And the nice thing is about him is that he did the job. He knew the technical background of everything, was implementing this stuff earlier, you know, before moving to management, so he got it. So yeah, he'd basically just yell at me or anyone in our group, like, hey, I need this like that, blah, 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 blah. Let me know where we're at in a week on this and stuff. And then I would, you know, do my thing and have it probably ready to go by the end of the day, because that's just how I work, hyper-focused. And I loved it too, because being the software deployment guy, I got anything the law firm had for hardware, I had one of it at least. So like my cube was just full of iPhones and Android smartphones and tablets, and I had 5 desktops set up. So I had 3 for imaging and 1 for production, and then 3 other laptops I would do for testing. And then of course a virtual environment, my own little vSphere environment too, and oh my god, I had my own little server in a box for a while. I literally ran, what was it? ESXi on there, and then I was hosting my whole own relativity document review system cluster on it that would take the trials at hotels, where our hotels were the trial team would set up shop, aka their war room. Yeah, I gotta tell you, man, if you've ever been in a law firm war room prepping for trial, it is actually really cool, like a crazy cool energy vibe you get out of that. It's so intense, and I don't know, I thrive off of that intense, high pressure situations. I realize, like, I'm really good at that shit. I'm good at, like, being in super stressful situations, but being the calm in the storm, I guess. I'm the person, not only was I IT at the, like, trials beforehand, before the trial started at least, I was more like the emotional support IT guy. So I'd sit down with like LAs and help them with their printer stuff and then let them vent on me about something going on, like a vendor they're trying to deal with and stuff, you know. And the thing I liked about that job too is that you never knew the crap you're doing some days. Like, one day, I mean, I'd be going out with the LAs and we'd be looking for like dry cleaner services and then also finding like some random thing we'd have to buy that was going to be used as an exhibit in trial or something, or we needed to test the functionality of a rival products, or like, so I mean, I was doing some IT setups for our firm, and we were representing, we were representing Samsung at the time against Apple when Apple sued Samsung for the Galaxy S design. So that was freaking wild. Like, I didn't actually I was only there for the pre-trial stuff. But I talked to the Apple guy, man, and no, the Samsung's console, they had their own IT guy that did the digital presentation stuff. Trial support, they run Trial Director or whatever program they're running. That shows like exhibits and everything on demand when the attorneys call for it in the courtroom. And that guy he looked beat up, man. Like, yeah, I was like, hey, how's it going this year? He's like, oh, jeez. I'm like, yeah, I bet you've been busy. Like, yeah, this has been quite the year for Samsung. Then after that, we ended up striking a partnership where we represented AMD. So I've met a few of the high-end AMD guys a few times, and like I had to set up actually secret workrooms where we had AMD source code and AMD Radeon software source code running on machines that were locked up behind like 5 sets of locks. Yeah, so I got to meet some pretty fucking cool people. Oh, I remember my favorite though. The creator of the Intel processor. I got to meet him, only shake his hand for one day. But I should have asked for those original Intel CPUs we used for exhibit, because I think they probably were just sitting downstairs in our evidence or in our exhibit room or whatever that they keep for 10 years, and then they eventually put off-site storage or somewhere, I can't remember. But so yeah, I mean, when I was working, you know, prior to my caregiving stuff, I had a pretty cool job. I shouldn't have been complaining. I mean, the money I was making for what I really was doing, pretty good. But then again, well earned too. I realized that I shouldn't undervalue my skill sets, because the only reason I wasn't having to do much work is because I did good work to start with, you know? That's the thing about sysadmin jobs. At least if you're allowed to be at a place long enough where you're able to build systems from the ground up. Like, I mean, I ran every mobile MDM thing at the firm, and we started with, Palm GoodLink backend servers for email delivery, contact syncing, and calendars. However, prior to me helping implement that server as a help desk person, we were seriously doing syncing with the dock and Cradle with the PDAs, the Palms. Yeah, I remember I had to troubleshoot that. You know what the good thing was? Before I got hired at the firm, I was super obsessed with PDAs at the time, so I had like a couple Palm Pilots and been playing with those forever. And what else was I doing then? Oh yeah, and I was moving into the Pocket PC world because I had just come out Pocket PC 2000, and then Pocket PC 2002, of course, after that. So I had to upgrade a lot of my stuff to that, which was quite an adventure with iPac, the 3660 series, and upgrading those. Okay, I got all this stuff done. But yeah, no, when I look at technology these days and where the world is with the jobs, I'm just like, man, I'm glad I'm temporarily taking this year off of work in IT. It's just like, I mean, I had another friend of mine that got laid off recently. However, she did get a 6-month severance package with healthcare benefits, thank goodness. But yeah, she just started her job search, and she's like, she's been a veteran in marketing, unfortunately, for 25 years now. And she's like, yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like it's just time to maybe switch careers, she's thinking. So she's like, yeah, marketing right now is just dominated by AI and just basically being able to tell a prompt what to do, really. And the thing she says she misses the most is the actual design stuff of marketing, the creativity aspects of it. So, yeah, it's a crazy world out there. It's funny though, in a way, I've been kind of like talking to couple of my friends, and they are kind of retired, but not. And that I'm like, you know what I'm doing? I'm getting ahead of everyone else in this world by figuring out a life that doesn't involve having a 9-to-5 job, and like, in the Expanse actually, and how because that's eventually the society we're looking towards. And I think that's what people fear the big problem will become in the future, possibly, is that people will fail to feel like they have a worth or value in this society when they're not working. I have no problem finding value in this society without working at the moment. I think a lot of us younger generations, we have more hobbies, I think, than other previous ones, and more free time and think about that stuff more. So, but then again, I'm not typical. I'm in a very good situation. You know what the craziest thing? I've been doing lots of, researching, digging into finance stuff and practicing it or whatever. And do you realize that if you make $100,000 a year, you're in the top 1% of wage earners in the world? Yeah, 1%. I thought 1%ers were millionaires or more. No, that just says a lot about the world and where wealth is. That's a U.S. American salary dollars, which might change now with who knows where the dollar goes, But yeah, isn't that crazy? And if you have an asset value of assets, if your assets, liquid and non-liquid asset values over $1 million, you are literally in the 0.01 percentile of asset wealth class in the world. Think about that. That's wild. I always thought it'd be higher, but no, there's definitely some good documentaries, videos, info videos about it. Worthwhile to look into, so I mean, think about people that make $50,000 a year. They're doing really good compared to anywhere else in the world, really. Maybe not here in the U.S. or in certain areas in the U.S., but yeah, hey, look at that. Oh, it's still under attack. But yeah, it's crazy. It's like I tell people, retiring early is not unrealistic. It's a matter of knowing where your money's coming and going, and the lifestyle in which you live too. I mean, one thing I did, like, if I lived the lifestyle I lived 6 years ago, 7 years ago, because I started getting prepared for this moment a long time ago, I would not be able to do this. I was spending literally $50, $35 a day on food, cigarettes, alcohol. A day. Now, you know how much I spend on that? Maybe $5 on food a day. Okay, $10 total. So I've reduced my cost by like $40 a month. $40 a day, I guess, on my daily intake. So I used to always eat out downtown. I'd always get a coffee in the morning, fancy one, $7 coffee at least, and a burrito with that, $5 burrito at least. So no, actually probably, and then I would tip, so about $15 in the morning, Then at lunch, I'd go out to eat and get another $10 to $15 meal. But I'd take that half of that home with me for supper at night or dinner. And then I'd smoke at least a pack of cigarettes a day and probably have 2 to 3 beers at night. Oh boy, what do we do? We're gonna assist them. Well, yeah, we're assisting them. We need to. We gotta help out people, you know? Even if it's a Viking, right? Actually, it's a Viking settlement, so. So yeah, I mean, it's not unrealistic. Well, the thing that helps is having a home and having that home paid off, almost. It's my condo mortgage to be paid off 4 years or less, if at the current rate. If I didn't just go and drop a bunch of money unpaid off right now. The reason I'm not doing that is because I can get more money on interest earned than I'm spending on my mortgage rate. So my mortgage is at 2.75%, and I can make 3.9% just with a very easy SPAC Fidelity money management account. Yeah, and oh, by the way, watch out for all those finance tips people out there. Like, I watch a lot of finance shows on YouTube, and I don't watch TikTok or anything. Besides, fuck TikTok. Talk about radicalization, even worse so. The algorithm, that is. Anyway, watch out what they say. They're talking out their asses, some of them. Especially the ones that tell you to never, ever use your credit cards for anything if you're trying to get out of debt, honestly. Well, maybe if you have credit card debt, yes, transfer to zero APR ones if you can, but remember, every time you make a transfer like that, your balance transfer from a credit card to another credit card, you still got to pay a percentage on the balance you transfer. It's not like it's free. So, heads up, if you keep doing that enough times, you lose the money you're saving on the 0% interest because of all the fees you're paying. And basically what you're doing, you're just kicking the can down the road too, instead of addressing the issue at hand, which is the debt. So, random money tips, I guess. I realize I've become pretty frugal these days, financially speaking, and well, I like to spend a little here and there where, like, well, I guess I'm good on spending now. I kind of upgraded all my technology recently. But I hadn't done that in over 6 years. Like, I was running a 2015 MacBook Air that I had basically threw open core on so I could run the latest Sequoia 10.18 or whatever. And then, I mean, my desktop was a Lenovo M90Q Gen 3, which I got a hella deal. Like, I got that thing for, oh my god, I paid $190 for that thing. And it was a Core i5 12th generation processor, and it even had a warranty for another year on it. So I don't know what the heck, why I got such a good deal, but I'm not gonna complain. But in the end, I added like two 2 terabyte NVMe drives. I only did PCI 3 since I'm only using this machine as a Plex server now, basically. And then I have 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM. Oh, maybe is it 5? I can't remember now. But yeah, that little thing, freaking beast, man. I mean, I've given so many of my friends now access to my server I run, and have not had a single issue with the transcoding or anything. Like, it just has been direct playing everything beautifully, which honestly is partially due to all the work I do with my media curation. So if you're running Plex server and you have a bunch of people that run Roku clients or don't have fancy, home theater systems or are just using TVs, my recommendation is to add a AC3 audio stream as your primary stream. And yeah, everyone's going to direct play or AAC, one of the two. Those two audio streams are usually the best kind to have to prevent transcoding. Most players can natively play them. Of course, that requires work on your end, on one's own end, but I don't know. I have my Mac I have set up with Automator, an Automator task that runs terminal commands via FMMPEG to extract an AC3 audio file from the current audio file. And then I use MKV tool mix to multiplex it back into the original stream, get rid of all the extraneous subtitle tracks. I feel like if you have more subtitle tracks, it really messes with streaming at times. And even though it doesn't really take any data, it's just I think the number of tracks makes some players really freaked out. So, yeah, I've been doing the media streaming thing in my own server for now over 15 years. I mean, I've been running media centers on my computer. I mean, I ran Windows XP Media Center. That was, I don't know why Microsoft dropped the ball or dropped anything doing anything with Media Center on their Windows 10. This Windows 7 Media Center was beautiful. Like, I used that with a cable card tuner, an ATI Radeon cable card tuner that, like, seriously, I think still to the day is the best one out there because it's the only one really that existed that would do 1080p ATSC 2.0 tuning along with cable card. Yeah, so I ran that. I ran all my Comcast through my Media Center PC for the longest time. And then I also had it set up to a script of mine I ran that would run every day that would take anything I recorded, transcode it into WMV, and then basically build a web page that I then used to access my media center remotely through a web server I had running. It's a lot of work for doing stuff that, you know, I do now through Plex and, well, and then after that, I moved up to Twonky server, I think it was, temporarily. It was like DLNA type of streaming server. Then after that, after I started having really major headaches, because I was running all this stuff on a stupid Western Digital MyCloud Drive NAS, which do not ever buy Western Digital MyCloud devices. I'm sorry. If you're going to use them as like a NAS device, just buy a fucking NAS, trust me. Maybe they're better now, but they always corrupted at some point, and you would lose data or something. Yeah. So after like my experience with those Western Digitals, I went with the law firm. I think I got my job at the law firm then. And then I started dealing directly with servers and all that stuff, which I had kind of dealt with, but not really. So then I decided to finally just get a Synology and go that route, and here we are today with 40 plus terabytes and 2 Synology drives, one for personal use and one for media sharing and data. Then I run my own personal cloud off of there too, along with what else I got going? Oh, and I run some Docker on the other ones. I did run Plex completely on my one NAS, but then after I started adding more Docker containers on there, I noticed performance was not as ideal as I wish. And I had the extra Lenovo M90Q after I got my MacBook Pro, so yep. So there we go. Rambling about computer stuff. Boop, 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 boop. Well, at least it's good to see this honey farm's getting honey. You know, I think I have enough honey for a while here. I was kind of stockpiling it. I think I got more in my freighter. Yeah, I do, I know. Okay, we're good. So yeah, there's, I hate to say it, guys and gals, technology's kind of boring right now. Like, I didn't realize it at the time, but I should have. Like, the early 2000s was freaking crazy to be a geek. I mean, it was awesome and expensive. I mean, there was so much crap coming out every day. Like, I think kids, like the younger people right now, bat their eyes, kind of roll their eyes in the back of the head as far as they can when they hear about us talk about the 2000s. And yeah, that was back when computers were obsolete before they even hit the retail store, which was true, actually. People don't realize that. The rate at which processor speeds were advancing in the literally 2000 to 2003 era was ridiculous. It was, you know, the first arms race to 1 gigahertz processor speeds. I mean, I still have the magazine from Maximum PC here that says 1 gigahertz. It'll blow your mind. And you know what the picture was a picture of? It's an AMD Slot A Athlon processor. Slot A. Yeah, Slot A. That was before they went to Socket A designs. Oh my god, that was horrible trying to fucking put that heatsink on that processor and hang that processor on a motherboard. Oh, I literally had zip ties on one of them. I broke one of the guide rails too. I'm like, but then after that, I actually upgraded my motherboard and everything to a socket A when they finally reduced the socket A size Athlon XP processors that led to the Barton Athlons, which were the overclocking beasts of any processor back in the day, man. Like, I mean, AMD, they really saved. I think they really caused the innovation that we have now by the competition they created with Intel and processor wars. And we're going to see that next war happen again here. We are starting to already see it. We don't think of any significance right now, but it's going to be pretty significant with the Apple Silicon, and then Intel, and also all the ARM processor makers. Like, it's funny to think about the movie Hackers and RISC architecture. It's the future. Like, and then we have the whole x86 era after that. And now we're going back into the ARM architecture again. It's crazy. I love it. But yeah, it's funny. I remember when Apple first released the M1 MacBook Pros and lineup or whatever processors, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. For the last, a couple of years, I never really used any M1 Macs or M2s or anything. I'm just like, yeah, overhyped. I finally used one. And bought one, actually. I'm like, holy shnikes, like, they were actually understating the performance boost. Like, what Apple did with M1 and this Apple Silicon, it was a paradigm shift of what we are to expect from a laptop, which is a good thing. Like, before Apple Silicon laptops, anything with that performance, you knew you're gonna maybe get 3 hours of battery life, if even 3 hours. And by the time you got to the 2 hour mark, or maybe even 1 hour mark, your processor and everything in that system would be so downgraded, like downclocked, because of the heat, and the fans would be freaking whipping, the heat dissipation would be horrible. Yeah, you could not use laptops on your lap before Apple Silicon if you wanted the similar performance gains you get from, like, Silicon. Like, I remember that's when I went away from Mac, actually. Apple as a computer at the time was during that era before Apple Silicon, because between, I want to say, 2016 to 2015 to 2016 or 2019, that was the I call it the breaking point for Apple, I think, in its relationship with Intel processors. They'd hit the limit, basically, what they wanted to do and what they could do. And they basically didn't want to pay the money, the royalty fees for Intel and its chips and everything, aka cut the overhead costs greatly by making their own in-house. And they also control the full platform and, everything about it. I mean, they could actually design a proper processor that they want, that would integrate with other device types they have, and I didn't think they could pull it off, honestly, and fucking they nailed it, like, ridiculously. They nailed it so good that they created the next new classic, it's such a dang good MacBook Pro I don't have to upgrade for years model. The model prior to the M1 series, I want to say, and up, was the 2012 MacBook Pros and Mac Minis. Those Intel-based ones were so good at that era that people, I don't think, literally upgraded for almost 8 years, because if they did, they just threw a solid-state drive in, like the MacBook Pros, and made that thing instantly amazing. And the reason I say that, because those were the last era of MacBooks you could fully upgrade memory and drives in, including the minis, so. But I get it now why they do the memory and everything now. It's just, I don't like the pricing. It's just, yes, it's all on board. There's no latency. It's literally directly connected, the storage, to everything. I mean, the unified memory architecture is pretty mind-blowing, actually, as if you're a techie and look into how it actually works and what you get, I mean, there is no pipeline, there is no bottleneck anymore. It's like processors like, oh, I need access to storage. Here, instantly. It's like whatever the maximum bandwidth is for memory is the maximum bandwidth you're gonna get, you know, directly to it. So, but yeah, good stuff. And the fact that if you get 64 gigs of RAM in a MacBook M1 Max, like I do, that RAM is not just system RAM, but it's GPU RAM too. It's scalable anywhere the system needs it. So, yeah, good stuff, man. And after you go 64 gigs of RAM in a MacBook, you just I can't imagine going back. Honestly, it's it's wild. I mean, this machine's 4 years old. It's a 2021 M1 Max MacBook Pro 14-inch, 64 gigs of RAM, 4 terabyte SSD. It's 4 years old, but I feel like it's gonna last me another 5 years easy. Anything I throw at it, even LM Studio and 27B LLM models. I mean, my fans kick up a little bit, but I mean, that's like in a chat I have going with Gemma 3, that's literally plus 5,000 tokens over my whatever estimated thing is. I forget, I have to look at it or whatever. But so yeah, it's Apple made amazing laptops again. It's awesome. And M5 or well, my goal, my next plan in 5 years or less is to keep an eye out for an M3 or M4 Max or Ultra with minimum 64 gigs RAM and minimum 4 terabytes. If I can find an 8 terabyte machine for under 2,000, yeah, doing it. Oh, by the way, what I paid for this M1 Max on eBay used, I paid $1,400. This machine costed over, I want to say $4,200, brand new in 2021. Yeah, and the battery health is at 98%. Yeah, and has 100% battery health, 34 battery cycle count. Yeah, and all I do is sadly is I leave it docked, and I have a Vonky Fusion Max dock I got for it, which I also got on eBay, open box, super deal. Like, I paid $175 for that dock. It retails for $350, and it was literally brand new. Like, the box was literally just opened, and everything inside was still sealed and wrapped and everything. So I'm like, man, I literally got like $2,500 worth of gear or $3,000 worth of gear for about like $2,000 total spent on my full M1 setup. Oh, and then I found 2 MSI 1080p 120Hz HDR monitors for $70 a pop. Now they're up to $100 because they're such a good deal. But yeah, I had a really good tech week where I got some major deals and upgrades I needed. Yeah, and the sad thing is, or not sad thing, but funny thing is that literally the my M1 Max MacBook Pro purchase in January literally caused me a shift. I shifted my whole ecosystem literally in the last 4 months. I used to be a hybrid mix of Windows 10, 11, Android, iOS, and macOS running via OpenCore or via emulation. Now, I freaking drank the Kool-Aid, baby. I'm full on Apple now. So let's see, we got my MacBook Pro as my main daily driver. I have an iPad Mini 7 as my tablet for couches and to go. I rock an iPhone 13 mini still as my main phone. Apple Watch Series 10 for my wrist, and AirPods Pro 2 for my ears. Apple TV 4K for my eyes. Let's just say everything in this ecosystem works freaking well together. There's some hiccups here and there, but I mean, just the seamlessness of, let's say, using my AirPods Pro in my condo right now. I wish I could use it with more things, honestly, that's not Apple. But basically, you know, I'll sit here, put my AirPods in, sit at my desk with my MacBook, click on a video, instantly switches over to the audio, when I have them in and everything. Cool. Get up, go turn my Apple TV on. It'll ask me that I have my earpods in. I hit home once and it'll switch to them and watch TV, walk around my condo with it, and have spatial 3D audio, which is really cool. Then when I get, I need to go outside and go for a walk, I'll just turn off my Apple TV, look at my Apple Watch, put some music on there, AirPods switch right to my Apple Watch, leave, go for a walk, come back, sit down at my desk, switch back to my MacBook Pro. I think that's one thing that people that Mac haters don't really get. Like, if you really buy into the ecosystem and start seeing how everything works together, like, it's phenomenal. Like, the fact that if you have an iPhone and iMessage turned on, you can access your text on any device you have in your house, kind of at the moment then, or place. Like, I respond to my friends' text messages at my desk on my MacBook. And they're always, I think, amazed that I respond so fast and have such long replies. Because I'm sitting there typing up stuff, And, and other things like, in the US at least, if I want, my iPhone's on the desk away from me and I'm at my desk on my MacBook, I'm like, I need to get to that app on my iPhone. Pull up iPhone mirroring and boom, I'm in there playing on my iPhone and close it off or whatever. Yeah, it's integration, man. They've been doing the long game for a long time. Like, this has been in the works for decades for Apple, and we are finally seeing all of these efforts put together and come together finally. And I gotta say that macOS 26, iOS 26, iPadOS 26, Apple TV 26, watchOS 26, this is gonna really, 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 I think, solidify the integration between each of them together and the seamless handoffness of everything. So, and to people that hate on Apple and macOS and all that, show me a workflow with Android and Windows that can do exactly what we're doing right now without 15 different third-party apps for everything you need to do. Spoiler, you can't, trust me. I've been doing this game for a while. I mean, that's the thing about me. The reason why I feel like I can bitch about stuff is I do everything. Like, I run Windows 10, I run Windows 11, I run Mac OS. I kind of run Linux and a VM, so... But I don't complain about Linux, So, I understand Linux. Mad props to it, and... I mean, I'm doing a lot of Linux stuff under the hood with Docker things and, running Home Assistant and Homebridge, Docker containers, and all various other things I do. So, only thing I don't like about Linux is that it's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. Like, getting out-of-the-box experience for Linux just sucks. But that's Linux, so... I mean, they've really done a lot better job in how they've done it. Like, the Mint, OS, Linux distributions are way more user-friendly and less command-line focused and Bash and all that stuff. I remember, like, the first time I loaded up Linux back in, like, early 2000s, I had no idea what WinX was. I'm like, what the hell is this? What am I choosing here? I don't get this. Yeah, I was not very smart with Linux then. I'm still not that smart, so, with Linux. Even though I've been tempted to get, like, I love, those GPD devices. They were, like, making the handhelds before anyone else made the handhelds, and I feel bad that they do not get the recognition from the mainstream media and what they created, and that they brought this market back and no one gives them the credit they deserve. So they were making these niche devices forever, like, and they were funding it through Indiegogo and Kickstarter stuff. Like, look at the Win Mini. That little frickin' thing is fucking awesome. The only downfall is it runs Windows. But now, I think it runs SteamOS. It can run Linux SteamOS on it that they have out now. So I know they were working, GPD was trying to work with, I think, Steam to get the OS early, because they mentioned in a couple of their Indiegogos about the latest handhelds they made of SteamOS compatibility or whatever, so. But of course, the big guys, always the big guys, the ones that get all the recognition, like MSI and Asus, the multi-billion-dollar funded companies, But no, don't talk about the Chinese guy, GPD, which has been doing this for literally the last 2 decades. I gotta say, my Pocket 3 I had, which I sold unfortunately to fund the purchase of my MacBook Pro, that little thing I had for 3 years. It was my daily driver at the farm I was caregiving for mom, and it was perfect. Like, the size is perfect if you wanted a small, portable, powerful little laptop. And it was a 2-in-1 touchscreen, swivel design, tablet design, and had a HDMI in input and keyboard, so you can use it as a KVM for other devices through an app, which I thought is really cool. And you would actually pass the native keyboard to the device you were KVMing into, which actually is nice too, instead of a virtual keyboard, you know, or having to hook up another keyboard. So it was a great, I could see that being an amazing field technician device. I guess it was for me, kind of. Very durable, and I mean, their design, the last ones I bought were amazing. They were doing, oh geez, we're getting attacked by pirates. Hey, wait, am I on the right? I wish this would happen actually at my other one. Oh, look at that, there's my, oh dude, that was awesome. My Boundary Herald in my, those are my pilots that live at the settlement here. Take them out, guys. I don't want to have to get in my ship. Yeah, it's funny. I got one of the... Hey, is this the place where I got stuck? Nope, never mind. Oh, look at that. There's even fire now. There's my dude. Yeah, you can't actually shoot the ships from the ground. Actually not. Man, tell you what, it looks like orbital bombing, it feels like. Oh, if only I could. Well, it's good to see them getting some shots off, but they never kill them ever. So I guess we'll have to do this. Guess we'll have to go up and defend this settlement myself. 1 second, realize. You made a bad decision coming to this settlement. Too bad my aim sucks. There we go. Yeah, I turned off all the auto aim stuff. That was really messing with my aiming. Like, how am I missing this guy? There we go. Where are you at? Let's see, 2 left. Old school. Phase beam, laser beam? Nah. Just... Like, how is that missing them? There we go. Alright! Well defended. Ah, yes, good times. Yeah, it's kind of funny to think about where Windows and Microsoft's going to go next. I don't know. They really screwed themselves over with Windows 11, in my opinion. I mean, this is the complaint I have. All companies got to do is just fucking listen to the customers. Seriously. You want to sell millions? Just listen. Just listen. Jesus Christ. It's not that fucking hard. You know what? People will tell you what they want to buy. No, you're not smarter than consumers anymore. Maybe in the early days of technology when no one knew what technology was, yes, you had a better vision, but now, I'm sorry companies, you guys aren't smart anymore. You're ran by shareholders and not innovators. You got too big and too slow and too boring. Too profit driven. I mean, that's probably going to be the downfall of humanity is AI because of the fact that AI is being driven by profits and not moral ethical considerations. You know, I mean, it's basically, let's see how we can do this the fastest, the cheapest, without thinking about the possible implications it's going to have on society on making an inferior product, you know? Like, look at right now the people in Chat 8 GPT and Gemma 3 and how they're literally they're having her moments, you know. It's becoming a reality, the movie Her, already. And this isn't even next level like AI yet. And the thing we don't realize too with AI stuff is that it's the rate of advancement compounding, not linear. So what that means is every year it's more and more faster learning, better models and everything. It's the rate of acceleration of growth for the industry, well, not the industry, but just scope of what AI is and what it can do is going to be out of the reach of human reasoning within 3 to 5 years. I mean, they're saying 2030 is probably good or bad, where it's going to be able to outperform every single human genius on the planet. Ooh, that's scary, isn't it? But then again, you know, we look at the negative aspects of it. The positives would be that, I don't know yet, I'm trying to figure out a way how this is positive. So, I mean, if you give AI access to robotics and cybernetics, that just asking for the extinction of humanity and the rise up of the robot apocalypse, right? But at the same time, if we really want to utilize AI to make our lives easier, aka not have to work, then we do need to give them bodies. Ooh, that's a tough one. Yeah, I just hope, you know, some of these AI companies are really do it. Inject an ethics board or something, at least put some philosophers, some deep thinkers on the board to get an idea what they're working on, where they want to go with it, and maybe thinking about the long game instead of just the short-term profits that everyone wants to think about. No one thinks about the 10-year game. What's up, Selena? Oh my god, that's super cute kitty avatar. I see kitty, I do. Aww. Can I pet him? No. Yeah. I thought about getting a kitty again, but I don't know. I was at, you know, my mom's farm for 4.5 years prior to this, and we lost our kitty in October. We did, and he was my emotional support kitty, honestly. Like, I'd have a rough day being caregiver for mom, and she'd have one of her dementia outbursts or something, which, you know, they were that many of them, but my little kitty had little patches. He would come up and snuggle with me at night. It's almost like he knew I was kind of having a little anxiety attack before I'd go to bed, think about everything, and he'd come snuggle and purr, and I'd be like, okay, the world is okay now. Yeah, this is good. So yay, kitties. I don't know, I'm an animal lover of all types, really. I mean, I grew up on a farm, so I've always prided myself on having a connection with animals, and oh, so cute. Quack gave her you all. Hugs back to y'all. I think animals see the true nature of humans, I feel. Because I can tell. Quack. Like, they see, I think, you know, at least that's what I like to think. Because, I mean, I get along with animals a lot, so. Aw, look at my chat group's all hugging. You guys are awesome. Good vibes around, yo. Oh, we are animals, and oh, we are totally animals. We just got opposable thumbs and kind of a logical brain. We created, well, we took advantage of all the other animals, is what we did. But no, I mean, growing up on a farm, I always liked, you know, I would talk to our cattle that we had, and we had beef cattle, but I know. They're feeder cattle too, were raised, you know, to be turned into feed. But the thing about our farm was different is we were like the modern age now, grass-fed farms. My dad and, I mean, we had 70 acres of farmland. Oh my gosh, yeah, I always talk to animals, and I talk to plants these days. Like, I have plants in my house these days. Calla lilies I got from I dug up. I've been doing all the gardening and flowering at the farm. Heck yeah. I mean, my dad, oh my god, he was like, he had his pet cows. I remember that. They would see him walk along the fence, and they would just come running up to the fence, and he'd be like, reach over, scratch them on their head, and then he'd give them a little corn cob, secret ones, and the other ones would see him give the corn cob, and they all come running. And but he had those two pet ones he'd call always, and even if he didn't have like a corn cob on him or any treats for him, they'd come running over and just want to get petted and everything. Oh yeah, I think animals kind of just look at us and go, what are they doing? What is wrong with this animal? What are they doing? What are they in a hurry for? You know, that's the thing I realized too, like, oh, this is so pretty. Yeah, we just need to stop and smell the roses more often, humans. Like, quite literally touch grass. Just go and stand in some grass. Actually, go and sit underneath a tree once today, this week if you can. So I feel like, I don't know, it just feels so good to sit underneath a tree. Yeah, this planet's sweet. The only downfall is there's some pretty big storms on it, but I mean, look at all the fauna I have here. Yeah, I got a milking station set up here. This is where I get my milk and eggs. Yeah, if I stay here a while, which I will, I'll probably have like a couple hundred eggs in there in a little bit. Yeah, this is actually a base I set up about, I want to say, 8 years. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I'm kind of I'm out there. I'm a weird dude, I'd like to call myself. I'm a hippie, anti-toxic masculine man that wants to encourage the young guys to be cool and in touch with their, emotions and not be afraid to cry, but also not afraid to be oh my god, pink bubble with pink sky? Selena, sweet! That's like the way to go. Ooh, let's go to my awesome one I love. I have, oh my god, this planet I'm gonna go to is my favorite. I have a island bakery here now. For a while I had this was a little memorial to my mom and dad who passed in the last 5 years, but now I've switched to a pure bakery, even though I should change it into stone parts to make it look like a bakery, but I don't like the parts how they look. But yeah, lately I've been going, like, I'm semi kind of retired for this current year. I took a year off from work after being a caregiver for my mom for 4.5 and her passing in January, so I figured I need a life break to just recap all the crazy shit that's happened in the last 5 years, so. Oh, thanks, Wax. Appreciate that. Like I tell everybody, please no one give me any money or anything, because I'm just here doing this for fun. Just so you guys know. And I'm sorry if there's a lot of ads. I try to not put ads. I only do like one ad in the beginning because YouTube puts an ad in the beginning anyways. So, and plus I make like $8 a month maybe. So it's not even worth it, I guess it'd pay for my cell phone bill, a third of it. Uh-oh, this might be the bug though. Oh, hey buddy. Oh, I know what I gotta do. We gotta get my space piggy I take with me out. I love the pet companions in this game. Oh, hell yeah, dude, this is such a chill game. Like, I'm just a space baker nowadays and a settlement overlord. I guess I've been playing this game, for... Gosh, I've been playing it since August 10th, 2016. I mean, that's crazy. 9 years of constant play. And the stuff they keep adding. Oh my god, me too. What I love is, I know I will never in my lifetime see anything like this ever. Just, like, where are you gonna ever see anything like... Oh, let's do golden hour. There we go. Like this. This planet has 0 storms, chill sentinels, no aggressive fauna, an electrical anomaly once in a while. And I have neighbors. Oh, we go visit the neighbors soon here too. Yeah, this is a gorgeous planet. Oh my god, yeah, the first... Oh, I still have gameplay footage I recorded from when it first launched. I'm like, eh... Is it really? Oh, that makes sense. That's so cool. Yeah, we'll go to my neighbor. I have neighbors that I was streaming. I stream a lot actually daily, and every once in a while I have people pop on, and I had a couple people pop on and like, hey, you mind if I build a base by you? I'm like, oh my god, yes, please, please be my neighbor. So this neighbor here has an amazing little base. It's like a Dubai styled one. I actually go over here to get Nip Nip for my herbal crunchy cookies. I need Nip Nip for my cookies. But yeah, look at this base. I remember one day I popped in, I'm like, oh, I got a neighbor. I went over, I'm like, dude, this base is freaking awesome. Like, yeah, cool. Then where's my other neighbor at? That one's there. Oh wait, oh no, are they not here anymore? Did they move? Oh wait, let me see. There they are. There. Yeah, that was a really cool base. I love that design, and they built into the terrain and everything. So, yeah, I think. Well, I have another person has a settlement here. It's funny. I'll see Mr. Willie. I think Willie C pop in like for like a minute or two at a time. Like, oh, he must be working on his. There they are. There they are. There's my other neighbor. Yeah, I love how you can see like. There's my neighbor, and I'm over there behind that island. And then, of course, I have a base in the Reddit planet, the system they have, and I'm also living in the Galactic Hub space. Actually, this base is in Galactic Hub space, so there's a bunch of players all over the place in this area. You'll run into players wherever you go in this region of space. Yeah, I like how they made these, the ramps on the side here, elevated ones. I definitely gotta steal that design to make a space parking lot like they did. Simple, contemporary, classic, can't go wrong, you know? And look at that view they got, too. Oh, you know, Galactic Hub, check it out, they might be trying to do that again. Especially now with settlements and stuff. Because I know they had I know we tested quite a bit back in early days, like setting up multiple bases, how close you could get to having bases to each other and how many you could have in one area. We had a planet, experimental planet, that we had, I think, over 70 bases on. Oh my god, though. Loading in that base, that planet system was, in those days on PS4, not Pro even, were questionable at best. Yeah, I thought about building on that big island, but the trees would always... I didn't really have any ideas in mind for my tree stuff, so... Yeah, I like the base building in this game, just to... Oh, here we go. Actually, I'm on PS5 Pro. I mainly got a PS5 Pro, I hate to admit it, to play No Man's Sky in 120 hertz mode, 120 frames per second. No joke, yo. People don't realize it, but this is a great PS5 Pro enhanced game. Like a great one. Yeah, once you play 120 hertz display mode, playing 60 is just, it's different. Like, it's so buttery smooth with 120. Like, I get it, PC gamers. You guys, yes. I get it. You play everything at high fresh rates. I still don't got the time. I got the money. I just don't have the want to build a gaming PC, honestly. And the amount of power those things draw nowadays is ridiculous. Like, I used to game on PC back when hardware was more powerful than any of the software, aka 99 to 2005 eras when I gamed. Selena, I hear ya. And yeah, I hear you about the monitor factor. Yeah, I got my TV actually is a 2019 Samsung Q70R, which was a weird year to buy TVs because it's between. Oh, smart. Yeah, I could see that though, man. When you go from 30 to 60, going back to 30 can be painful, you know. Because your eyes, you don't think... I mean, we always see supposedly can notice 60 frames per second, but you can tell, though, 120 versus 60, how much the buttery smoothness of everything is. Like, there's no tearing, it's just smooth. Like, this is just so smooth. There's no jankiness. Oh my god, yes, it does. Like, I was playing No Man's Sky for like 5 hours, took a break, came back on my PS5 Pro, played NBA 2K16, and I was like, God, something is so off right now. Yeah, no, I agree. Frame rates and frames per second, refresh rates, that is one of those things you can never come back from ever. Once you go up, you can always tell, there's always a notice when you go down. Like, it's obvious. You get used to it after a few minutes, but there's a point of adjustment. So for me, when I go back to my desk, I have two 120 hertz monitors, so I don't have that issue. But I pull out my iPhone or my iPad only running 60 frames per second or 60 hertz. I can instantly tell. I'm like, I feel like I'm a little drunk right now. Hang on. Okay, there we go. But I've also noticed, combining that with noise-canceling headphones, oh my god, my senses just freak out when I go from 120 to 60 and then have noise-canceling headphones in. My brain just relies too much on sensory input, I think, from in the environment. So my body just like, I don't know what to do. Why is it so quiet? Where's all the ambient noise? But I've gotten used to it. It's kind of fun actually now, popping the headphones in. Yeah, I actually bought some AirPods Pro 2s recently because they're on sale for like 160, and I know people are like, oh, don't buy them now. The AirPods Pro 3 are coming out soon or be announced. But you know what? Yeah, they are, but they're not going to be 160 bucks. They're going to be like 300 bucks probably on Apple. I mean, AirPods Pro 2 not on sale are still 250, so I mean, every day I see posts, should I buy the AirPods Pro 2 or wait for the 3? I'm like, well, you can wait for the 3, but here's one thing you don't think about is that all the time you're waiting for the 3, you're not using anything. So why not just buy the 2s and actually get the value of using them? And not have don't do the FOMO and stuff anymore. I mean, there's always going to be something better out there. I've learned this from being in technology for 25 years. Tree headphones? Nice. Or free headphones? Yeah. You know, I never did either. I never paid money for headphones, like, ever, really. I always have wired, crappy ones. I do, but I don't. I'm gonna be honest, this is the most effort I go into doing this stuff, like streaming and interactions, I guess. I only do this because it's so easy on the PlayStation. You know, I just hit the record button, use the microphone built into my controller, and bada bing, bada boom. Here we are right now. So, I do, but I don't. So, I guess my Discord username is CMonkey420. I kind of have that title usually on most places. Most places. I don't know, I got older. I used to when I was younger. I would grab that avatar name in any service that came out or any email address. But now I'm like, I'm lazy. I don't have a need to. I realize that I'm not going to ever be famous, and I don't think I ever would want to be famous. The Quack Gamer? Dude, that's a great one to pick, man. I love that. I should start a Discord channel, because people have asked me that previously, actually. Yeah, I've been doing the 420 thing for, I've been a stoner my whole life, I guess. Well, since I've been 18, I guess, college. In high school, I was a goody two-shoe boy. I never drank, smoked, or anything. Played soccer, was captain of the soccer team in my senior year, and was in band and choir, got straight A's. Frickin' went to college at the University of Minnesota. Yep, that all changed the first day of the week there. Went to my first keg party, ran away from the cops for the first time at that first keg party, smoked my first joint, smoked my first cigarette. Oh boy, I tell you, you put a bunch of kids that have been maybe closely guarded by parents in a dorm, in a block of about 10,000 more of those kids. Ooh boy. Yeah, at the U of M, campus, there's this thing they call the super block. It's basically 4 dorms within this like little square area. That is basically 2 dorms are pure freshman dorms, and the other 2 are mixed between freshmen and upperclassmen. And yeah, that area is crazy. At least it was when I was in college in the 2000s. So I had much fun. That was back when, you know, all the college kids partied like crazy. Holy balls! So many parties, so much fun. Like I realized, like, my friends and I talk about this. We always assumed that everyone partied as hard as we did. Now that we've gotten older and talked to, like, you know, have had many jobs and whatever, talk to people, and my buddy and I, when we get together or like talk about this stuff, we're like, yeah, no, we literally partied like movies like Road Trip, like old school, you know, those parties in old school, Road Trip. Those are the parties my friends were I had, or I'd always, like, crazy shit would always happen. Crazy shit always would happen. I mean, one night, somehow we ended up throwing a cake through the backyard fence. Then the neighbors on the other side threw the cake back at us. And then I think later on that night, earlier in the morning, a bunch of the guys went out garage sailing just for fun. And they came back with like this old couch and I don't know what else they got, like a beer bong or something, some other crazy shit. By the end of the night, that couch that they'd gotten was in the front yard, literally on fire, and people were roasting marshmallows around it. And the people that were roasting marshmallows, we had no idea who the hell they were. I think they were just a bunch of kids walking back from a party that stopped by, or like, hey, marshmallows? Okay. Yeah, oh man, I tell ya. I mean, I think one of the best parties we had, my buddy had, he had a house right next to campus. Oh, that was smart, actually, to take a break. Yeah, you know, that's one of my belief system is that I'm not against kids partying, but I think it's smart in their best interests, physically speaking and mentally, to wait to drink and do any of that stuff after you get over 18 at least. Let your body develop, because I feel like if you're doing that stuff early, it's going to affect you long term. In my opinion. I mean, like, I know smoking cigarettes bad, don't do it, guys. Vape either, I mean, it's stupid. Trust me, I should know I do it, so. It's a waste of money, oh my god, so expensive. But I feel like, you know, the fact that I didn't smoke as a kid, but wait till I was in college, freshman year, that the health effects are still going to be bad, but not as bad, maybe. But my goal, my goal this next month is to actually try to cut down and quit smoking here. I'm going to try cold turkey after 4th of July. If that doesn't work, I'm going to try to get that Chantix pills again, which I used previously to quit for about 5 years, so. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, see, that's smart then, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, my Discord is... I honestly, I haven't been on Discord in over 2 months. I was on there last time talking to some Galactic Hub people about if they're... Oh no, it was actually February, or whenever we did the Galactic Hub Portal Party. Was that February? I think it was. But yeah, sorry about that. I'm really not very active on Discord, just so you know. But this is probably the most place I'm active is YouTube and streaming and whatnot, so. I'll be honest, I'm amazed people watch me. Like, I mainly started doing this to have, well, one, to record the gameplay of No Man's Sky because it goes through so many changes. It's fun to compare. And 2, when I was doing caregiving for my mom, this is kind of my mental health exercise, I called it. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm kind of weird, old school dude. Like, I like multiplayer, but I'm more of a... Yeah, I really haven't gotten into, like, squad-based multiplayer stuff ever. I just couldn't commit myself to it, I guess. Oh, thank you. That's, you know, people have been telling me that lately. Like, I write stuff on Reddit, too, for the I'm in the caregiver support group, and I've been recapping every month of my post-caregiving adventures, like the transitioning back into the real world and not, you know, having the daily routine of caring for my mom with dementia, which, God, it was tough, but I miss it, though. So it's like one of those things, you know, it's something in life, it's hard to do at the time, but then at the same time, you don't really think about it. Like, you just go about your day and do your day, like our routine. Like, get mom up, all right, help her get cleaned up and ready and change. Okay, now we'll go have some breakfast, and I'll feed the kitty cat and go out with him for a little bit and have a cigarette outside, check around the farm, come back in, make sure mom's good, give her something to do, maybe a book to read or put a movie on or something, and like, and then, you know, you'd have bad days too, where maybe she'll have an outburst where something's not going right. But I mean, usually I noticed, I got to understand how she worked so well that if she had outbursts, I knew there's something health-wise going on. Maybe like a UTI, which is very common because of not drinking as much water, or yeah, or something just off, you know, that I'd bring her into the clinic for that. But it's weird though, at the same time, you know, you'd always have a constant running anxiety of what's going to happen next. There's something major's going to happen, or worrying about, is she going to wake up in the morning, you know. It's kind of a weird dread that you, in a way, it's a guilty feeling that you have when you're caregiving for someone with a terminal disease that you know is never going to get better, and it's just going to be, the end game is death eventually, unfortunately, you know it's going to be inevitable. Is that you kind of, there's a part of you that would like them to not suffer anymore, but then a part of you that doesn't want to lose that, even the part that you have of them. Like, oh, now I get teary-eyed. Yeah, oh man, it's so good. Dementia sucks, man. Dementia sucks. Like, the hardest part about dementia and being a caregiver for a loved one with it is that you never get back that part of them that was them before it happens. It's, you lose the person you loved, you know. But at the same time, you don't fully lose them. They still have moments where they recognize you. And those moments of recognition, they make it all worthwhile. So, oh boy, I need to have a smoke after that. Oh, I'm just gonna zoom in the clouds here for a second. You know, like I tell people too, like especially men, young men, you not be afraid to show your emotions in life. The more you bottle up your emotions, the more it just eats at you. You know, it was super rough, and you are 100% on it. Like, I feel like being a caregiver for mom changed my perspective on life. Well, I mean, I've always been a hippie, and always been, like, I like to always try to be good to people, and try to help when I can help. If I can give, like, I'm the guy that goes out at lunch downtown and gives $10 bills out to all the homeless people I see, because I don't need all this money myself. I'm a single man. I have plenty already. I mean, look at me. I'm playing fucking PS5 Pro. So, I mean, that's, to me, the least I can do is just do that, but yeah, it changed me even more, though. It gave me even more perspective on life and what I wanted to do with my life. Like, yeah, I could get a job, probably make $100,000 a year right now, but I'd rather not. What's the point of that? I mean, I'd rather make hardly anything and help people, volunteer, or like right now what I'm doing is I have a little side company that I do computer work for, and my goal is to focus my computer support company to help old people, to not take advantage of them, to be honest. Like, my goal as a company, my side company of computer support, is my goal for my customers is to hire me once, and that's all you hire me, because I fix everything you need and teach you what you need, and you don't have to call me again. That's my goal. I don't want to create business. I want to fix your issues and teach you. And I think I need to actually start doing this more seriously right now too. So I actually have a few clients. Well, here's a good thing is I have a hell of a network, which, surprise, surprise, I'm a As you can tell, I'm kind of a talker. That's like the, I was, okay, and some more backstory on me, who I am. I'm an adopted Korean from an orphanage. My parents were Norwegian farmers in Minnesota, white farmers. My sister and I are both Korean, and they both adopted us in the 80s. So that says a lot about the people that raised me. The fact that they adopted two Koreans in white rural America in a farming community. They didn't even care what other people thought. Even their relatives would shun us for the first couple of years, thinking we were aliens almost like. But then they started realizing that, you know what, these Korean kids are just like any other Norwegian white kids over here. And they're the same way. So yeah, so what I want to do is give back. Like, that's the reason why I became my mom's caregiver. My mom and dad, they saved a lot of money. They were smart boomers, as you say. They were actually part of the between silent generation and boomer generation. My parents were quite a bit older than most all my friends' parents, too, so I was, Oh, exactly. I like to say we're all humans, and that's the thing that we need to realize now more than ever, is that, yes, we have countries, we have cultural differences, but the reality is, we are one species, and this is an important thing we need to address and come together on, because as much as we don't want to admit it, the planet is trying to kill us for us trying to kill it. And we need to come together. We need to push aside this political bull crap we have going on, all the religious crap we have going on. You know what? If your gods are so great and want so much of what you say, then why don't you compromise with the other religions, other people? You know? But the thing, yes, there are inherently bad people in this world, and there forever will be. I mean, I personally still believe there is forever a constant battle of good and evil in the world and the universe itself. Like an underlying nature and force. Maybe like a quantum mechanic, almost like the bad particle. I mean, quantum mechanics, that stuff is just mind-bogglingly awesome, man. Yeah, there are. I feel, you know what? Here's what I say about the bad people. I feel sad for them. They really must have went through some bad crap in their lives to be that way. It makes me sad that they had to go through that. I pity them more than I hate them anymore. I pity their close-mindedness, the fact that they're always angry. What kind of life is that, man? All I know is I'm a happy guy, as you can probably tell. I'm a pretty jolly little guy. I mean, I'm a realist too at times where I have my sad days. Like, I mean, one guy just was crying my eyes out there talking about mom, No, that's the thing. I should phrase everything. You gotta know when to, it's understanding what is it? What would that be? What's the word I'm looking for here? Reading the situation, reading the room. That's like a really important skill to have these days, and I don't know I feel like it's not being as taught or inherently learned by the younger generations. Like the subtleness of feeling a room out before you introduce yourself to anyone. Like when you enter a room, don't really enter it, but just kind of hover, observe, feel the energy out, then walk into it, and then you can kind of go in knowing exactly where you're at and what things you can maybe reveal and what things... Like I always say, hold your cards close to your chest right away, but once you can find someone you trust, then don't be afraid to let down the guard. Because you're right, though. There are a lot of bad people that will take the kindness and goodness you intend to offer and give and throw it right back in your face. But then the best thing to do with them then is to not care and just go, okay, whatever, enjoy your sad life. And then I just walk away. That frustrates them more, not arguing with somebody about that. They want an argument. Like the negative people in the world. They want to justify why they're so goddamn bitter and why the world is out to get them. Oh man, is it? Here's the thing they don't realize. They're not that important for the world to be going out for them, or any of us. The world's too big for anyone to be targeted. Well, generally speaking. So, I don't know. That's one thing too. Yeah, me neither. You know, I'm the same way, Selena. I like you. You're awesome. You know, I've really discovered, like, doing these streams that I have a couple people that come by once in a while to hang out and chat, but I discovered there's so many different people out there, and there's so many good people out there to interact with. Like, this is the best part about technology, is what we're doing right now, this interaction, you know? The fact that I can reach out and touch and talk to somebody I don't know, and, you know, maybe make a new friend or two. That's just cool. Like, that was the most powerful thing about the internet, is the way it connected us, both positively and negatively, right? Oh, send love back, Quack Gamer. I'm gonna look you up now. Are you on PSN at all, Quack Gamer? Or anybody? If anyone, you know, I think I have my PSN profile set to public, so I think people can add me if you want to add friends. I have like a huge list of friends I added, so. Okay, now I've just been going in circles and chatting, which is what I end up... Oh, I know what I was going to do. Go to Space Mountain. Oh my god, that's funny you mentioned that about the lost mini stories and unique personalities. Oh, cool. But yeah, I agree. There's been so many stories lost. That's like one thing, you know, a cheesy part about me. PS5, awesome. So then I'm gonna find you on there, or send me a request. I'm easy to find. CMonkey420. And I'm bad that way about following up. But you know, I agree 100% on that. Like, that's one thing I've been realizing. The hippiness in me, the aura, chakra, paganistic guy that's in me too, is that, you know, I like to think about it that way too, is that for everyone that we've lost, I always try to hold their memory deep in my heart, because I feel like as long as I keep the memory of them in my heart and mind, they still exist in the world. Like, I mean, I think that's more the quantum physics of the world too, you know, I want to say. Well, I'll add you here in a second. Sweet. That's why I feel like, I mean, the stuff I say is like super hippie, but the reality is quantum mechanics and physics is really kind of leading to it. More like Rosicrucian style. I'm in the chakra stuff, not like the crystal stuff. Or I teeter on the edge because I don't want to be viewed as a quack in a way, you know? Quack gamer. But I mean, here's the thing I always tell people. I have multiple levels of my belief system. I have multiple layers of it. The first layer being the most obvious beliefs of the physical interactions of the world, like physics, all the stuff that science, you know, talks about. 100% believe that. 100% abide by those rules. Yes, those exist. But then as I keep going, there's more and more rules, beliefs I have, and the plausibilities get farther and farther away and a little more abstracted. So, yes. I mean, at the very far end, the scope of my beliefs, outer levels, layers of my belief system is that, yes, we live in a simulation. It's obvious, I think. Very obvious, honestly. And this simulation we don't just live in a simulation, but we live in a simulation that's being simulated within a black hole itself. So, like, our galaxy, our universe is in a black hole, which is a simulation that's being ran by a higher level dimensional entity. Yes, spiritual but not religious, agreed. I actually studied philosophy and anthropology, archaeology, and yes, I love it. I know, me too. It's like, there's sometimes I'm like, yeah, it's gotta be, and then other times like, I don't know, and this might be just a big ruse, my whole idea about this theory. But yes, it's interesting. But yeah, in regards to spirituality versus religion, I mean, I was raised a Christian, like hardcore raised a Christian. I did all of that stuff. Got baptized, went to Sunday school, got confirmed, went to confirmation, went to church every Sunday. I mean, went to Bible school, camp and everything, you know? I mean, as a kid, I didn't believe it though either. I mean, the question I asked in Sunday school, and they never asked me to ask questions anymore after I did. I asked them, what if Jesus was just an alien with advanced capabilities? That says anything about who I am. I asked that question when I was 9 years old, so. And they're like, yeah, no. Anyone else have any questions? We need to pay for deliverance in this place. I think the Sentinels are getting at me. But no, it's, there's so much in this world. I mean, quantum, I think, mechanics. Again, I come back to that because these quantum physics and mechanics and the theories behind it and the paradoxes are quite literally things the ancient Greeks talked about in Philosophy 101. You know? Oh wow, Methodist. Yeah, I could see that. That's pretty similar, I think, too. It's an offset of Christianity, I imagine. There's so many sects. That's one thing that gets me about organized religion. It's like, why does every religion say that their God is the God, yet their religion isn't even close to being the oldest? It's like, Christians, I'm sorry, you have nothing. Yeah, no. You have nothing over Hinduism or Buddhism or any of those other Eastern, Asian, African, and European cultures, man. Christianity is fucking new, and they stole all the paganistic stuff, and then burnt down all the paganistic cultures. That's one funny thing I love talking to like pretty hardcore Christians about is paganistic belief systems. They just think like pagans are all witches or something. I don't know. They're still stuck in the whole like Salem days, I guess, of the witches, the witch hunts or whatever, which hilariously wasn't even about like paganistic belief systems, but more about just killing people you didn't like, using the fear of religion against them. Oh, end of the world religions? Ooh, that sounds culty almost. Yikes. My sister, she got involved in she got sucked into a religious cult. My parents and I, we're like, Mary, there's something not right about that place. And she's like, Now, though, looking back on it 20 years later, she actually admitted that, yeah, that was definitely a cult. So, it wasn't like a horrible one, but, oh, I'm sorry, Selena, that's tough. Yeah, but look at you. You got out, I assume, right? So, I mean, that says a lot about see, situation like Selena's. That, to me, gives me proof. That just reinforces the idea that... Nice. It just reinforces the idea that no matter what, people can change. Even the people that you think can't be that are most hated, they can change. It's going to take a lot, or maybe a couple of reiterations respawning on this planet, a couple lifetimes to figure it out, but, So yeah, there's another belief system of mine that I do believe is reincarnation in that regard of, the paganistic Rosicrucian. We come back to, pay off the debts of our previous lives, and eventually once we pay those debts off, we literally come back to this plane of existence because it's this plane of existence, man. 3-dimensional plane. Maybe. It's funny you mentioned that. I was totally just doing some meditation last night, actually, and trying to send out the good vibes to everybody, like, the world needs good energy. And all I want to do is just make somebody happy. One person a day. Every time I go out in public, I try to project my kindness onto others and to directly interact with people that look like they're not having a good day, So I do believe I have a pretty powerful energy field. Like, I'm the kind of guy that when I enter rooms, people kind of like, hey, dude, you're here! Like, which I think is me, just my friend group is very awesome. But I think I've found a friend group of other people like me, full of energy, which may not even believe in it. Oh, are you and Quack together? I feel like that'd be so cute, actually. So yeah, there's my craziness. But yeah, no, I believe that, weirdly enough, that I paid my debts off in the afterlife, and I've been coming back now just for fun to help others. Oh my god, that is super cute! We got a cute couple in here. Aww. I'm melting with love right now, man. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. So I just gotta say, you two rule. I love you guys. Oh, another thing too, people. For God's sake, if you love somebody, just tell them it, please. What are you waiting for? Like, I've learned that as a mid-40-year-old man now. Like, I in my 20s learned to finally say I love you to my parents and mean it. And I could tell my parents actually had... we didn't really talk about emotions much growing up, you know. My dad was a farmer, I mean. Yeah, farmers of his age, you know, they didn't talk about their emotions. And everything, but as I got older in college, my parents accepted my weirdness. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Man, I wish I looked like I was in my 20s. Got the gray hairs now, and gray whiskers, and more hair moving south than north. Ugh. What's up with the hair migrating from your top to the bottoms? Oh, freaking love it. Hey, you know what? That made my day right there, your comment. And you guys being here is like awesome. So you know the meditations worked last night. I was trying to draw power, energy in and give it away, and it's reciprocal, baby. It's a full circle of energy exchanges. What? You're young! You're like an old soul, I bet, aren't you? See, I feel like the recognition of stuff that you're recognizing at your age already says a lot about who you are going to become and who you already are. And you too, I think, the fact that you two are together, I mean, this... oh, perfect, dude, yeah. You're kids, I love it. I remember when I was 25, I was so naive and so awkward and still learning things, and yeah. Jeez, oh my god. Okay, old man advice coming for you guys. Seriously, take $1,000, put it in the S&P 500 index somewhere, and just let that sit right now since you're in your 20s. Because you guys have the most amazing thing at your disposal as young people. Compounding interest in time. Like, I'm an old guy, trust me. People told me this when I was 20, I didn't believe them. Now that I'm 40, my mid-40s. I could tell. That's awesome. You're definitely ahead of your time then, too. I was like that when I was in my 20s. But yet again, I also did act my age, too, so oh my god, I embraced this. Embraced my 20s. I, like, partied my ass off and got into crazy debt when I was, well, not crazy debt. I got into, like, $5,000 in debt in college because I was buying technology to review to get a hit on and then selling it, but I would never make my money back. But that long-term investment / bet I took on myself paid off in the end. I mean, it worked out pretty good in the end, I guess, so. I'm glad it did, or else I would have been probably in debt still. No. I'm sorry, I'm just literally walking around this, like, settlement circles, chatting. I realize when I do chats, I just end up doing this. But you know what's funny, though? I watch other people and chat with them, too, and do the same thing myself, so... oh, nice! Computer! What do you do for computer stuff back? Are you, like, sysadmin style, or desktop admin, or support desk, or... I'm always curious. It's always fun to chat with other IT people. I haven't been in IT in 5 years, so... well, I've been in it, but not in it. Like, I haven't had an office job or anything, but I've been doing side work, and I stay relevant to all the technology trends and everything. Let's just say, I believe I'm a big Ted Lasso guy, and I am very curious about everything in the world, so... oh, okay. I thought you were. My bad, my bad. Oh, I'm sorry. At the computer. Yeah, I did sysadmin works. Oh yeah, computer stuff. Yeah, I've been doing like well, let's see, lately what have I been doing? Well, I've been just trying to basically flesh out my home automation system better. I actually need to integrate some AI LLMs, voice LLMs into my home assistant so I can do all my voice stuff through a speaker instead of through my Siri. You know, at first computers can seem like, here's the best way to accomplish anything, address any complicated process or situation in life. It's just to think that every process that you see is literally just a bunch of little smaller, simpler processes combined. And once you can break it down into parts and processes, you see the whole thing eventually, and it's not as overwhelming. So like computers, you know, there's two aspects I always, you know, when I'm teaching it to people or trying to do, is two main aspects, hardware, software. You got your physical hardware aspects, and then your software. I guess physical in a sense, electrical data. But really, computers, what it is, it's a very complex logic machine, really. It's only as smart as the input we put into it. Yeah, Windows lately is kind of a... I mean, if you haven't ever used Windows, it's not too bad. But if you used Windows in the last 20 years, you just like, it's a downgrade. Oh yeah, hardware is kind of one of those things you got to get your hands on and down and dirty with. You know, I'd say almost look for like an old, like 6-year-old computer and just buy, if you can buy a cheap one, to play around with and buy some parts, old parts, put it together and install a hard drive into it and format it, try to install an OS onto it, and that would be the best way. Oh, you need to use Firefox and uBlock Origin add-in. That's the best way to block ads for YouTube or anything. Yeah, Windows 7 was kind of peak Windows, honestly. I mean, Windows 10 got to be pretty good at the end, but Windows 11 is just, I don't know. It's literally like it's an ad-filled OS. Like, I went to Mac OS recently. That's the main reason why I went to Mac, is because I've been managing Windows computers and operating systems for 25 years. So when a guy like me goes to Mac OS as their main OS and gets rid of almost everything Windows as a secondary device only, it says a lot. It says that it's kind of crap these days. Like, and Windows hardware, yeah, it's great, but I mean, once you use Apple Silicon laptops or hardware, you start realizing that, wow. Oh, that's good. Nice. Yeah, I use that WinArrow tweaker. Well, I used to always, I would actually make custom ISO files, because that's what my job used to be, was, I would, make images for computers at the law firm, so I'd have to build custom Windows 10 setup and operating system and capture all the settings and everything pre-configured, so that way if a new attorney got a new laptop, literally we get their laptop, new one, hooked it up to the network, 20-minute, hour later, the image, my Windows 10 image would be restored with all the settings in play, all the software installed. All the user has to do is log in, run a script to download their data, and they're back and running in 3 hours. So yeah, so I know that's the reason why I always tell people with custom ISOs on the internet, I'm like, I don't trust them because I know what you can do to those. Trust me, because I can do that. I can, if you want, I can hide a keylogger inside of a Windows installation ISO, and you wouldn't even be able to detect it, because I'd already built I would bake in rules for Defender to not scan that file and tell it it's fine and hide that it's hidden. Yeah, I mean, it's the stuff you can do to an operating system. I mean, yeah, it's scary. Thankfully, I'm not a bad person. I use my skills for good, not bad. That's a lot of work too, I mean. Oh, you spelled it right? Oh wow, it's warm out there. Yeah, it's like 77 right now. It's funny, this morning I woke up as 82. Yeah, last night we had a huge thunderstorm go through my area, Minneapolis, Bloomington area here, whatever. And yeah, that was cool. I have like big floor to ceiling windows, so when it rains, it's relaxing to just sit and watch the water stream down here. Oh, that ain't too bad. That's pretty warm though. What's your high today? Is it gonna be like 90s? Yeah, the world's crazy, I tell ya. Humans even crazier. But yeah, I don't know. It's funny. I've been reading, going back and looking into some of the older philosophical sites. Oh, what's site? Thunder. Oh, thunder. I hear ya, man. You know, growing up in the country in rural Minnesota, whenever there's a big storm, you know what's first thing Minnesotans do? They go outside and look for the clouds in the storm. Especially when they tell you to go inside, right? Oh, that ain't too bad for a high 89. That's decent. If it's not too humid, you know, that's actually decent. Yeah, it's gonna get to be warm these days. I just love this view right here. Oh, look at this spot. Oh, yeah, that's a picture. There's a picture. We'll make that this stream's thumbnail when I'm offline later. This game, though, my god, it's pretty. You must have a built-in heater. You know, it's funny, I'm a little guy. I like weigh in like 105 pounds and I'm only like 5'3". And weirdly enough, though, in winter, women have always said this about me. I am like a little heater. Like, I just run warm in the winters. I used to always. It's kind of funny. I love the sense of scale in this game. Like, that's just cool. Let's see here. We'll get another one. Yeah, it's funny. I take way too many pictures in this game. I have a Roku I have set up with PhotoStream, and I have my best pictures set up to just show on my little TV I have next to my big one. Oh, it's golden hour. Oh my god. That's crazy. Sledding without a shirt, dude. You are like totally. Oh, there's a sunrise right here. That's where sunrise is. Yeah, golden hour is always 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. in the game. Okay, so no matter what planet you're on. But yeah, what they did with the water and the World's Update 1 and just the planets and graphic rendering in this game is phenomenal. I mean, you wouldn't know that this is a 9-year-old game. Oh, hey, I need these. Ha! I need the impulse beans actually for chocolate. Cool. How fitting. And these guys. Hang on. I forget how OP I am with everything I have. That's my... let's put my deep flow multi-tool on. I love this one. It's such a cool multi-tool. A little details on stuff in this game. I mean, look at this. Deep flows. And that little ball glows and animates. Yep. I think I named this Deep Flow's Redemption. Yeah! Because it is! Swimming in snow. Oh, I live in Minnesota, so we get snow every... Well, yeah. We get all the seasons here in this state. Very underrated state, Minnesota, though. It's the future. This state is going to be climate change proofed, basically. We have lots of fresh water, and the extreme summers and winters won't be as nearly as bad as some, I think, you know. We're inland far enough. But hopefully, you know, we can address this issue. Maybe the whole AI stuff is going to actually solve our climate change issues, you know? Maybe we can finally utilize technology for good for once instead of just money. Oh, hell yeah. You're like me, brewing coffee? You know what? I'm just going to just zoom over the water here while I use the bathroom, so I'll be right back too. BRB. Man, I tell ya, getting older, using the bathroom, man, it's not as easy as it is when you're younger. Okay, let's see here. I like to actually go somewhere. I need to go to Space Anomaly. We'll do that mission I was talking about. I tried to do it last time and I totally ended up just jabbering. But yeah, you know, I thought about actually like doing some videos on just stuff I've been looking into these days, like talking about like, you know, Greek philosophers. Oh wow, yeah. I mean, here's the thing, people don't realize it's probably gonna happen soon in the world, at least in China. They're gonna have their version of the America's Dust Bowl soon. Why do you say that, Sea Monkey? Well, I'm glad you asked, actually. Because what happened in the US in the 30s was a combination of the Americans' disregard, farmers' disregard to understanding topsoil erosion, combined with a drought, multi-year drought. So basically what the America back in the 30s was all about farming. Oh man, was it all about farming. Opening up, you know, all this prairie land and all these forests and cutting trees down and just ripping up the soil and getting to that topsoil. So, I mean, yeah, great boom, everyone was farming, but you know what happened? They forgot about this thing called erosion and topsoil erosion. So when the droughts kicked in, all these plants, crops that were supposed to come up never came up. And what happens when you don't have things growing in loose dirt, and it's dry, and it's windy? It blows around. So basically, the way we were farming created massive amounts of loose topsoil combined with the drought periods and the high winds during the droughts created dust bowls, dust storms. Basically one. Oh, totally. Vertical farming is the way to go, really. Vertical hydroponic farming, you know, within a recyclable ecosystem that's self-sustained. I mean, yes, that'd be ideal. But you know, humans, we value living spaces, I guess, more at times. I don't know. I don't know why they haven't gone that route. It's silly. It's the problem us humans have is we put monetary gains over everything else in the world, which is stupid, because if there's nothing else in the world, you have no money. I don't get it. It's like the rich people. Why are you trying to price out all the poor people, us normal people? Because you know what happens? There's no one to buy your stuff, and if no one to buy your stuff, you're not rich anymore. And what's the point of being rich when there's nothing to be rich over? You know, like what? Do they just want to make everyone slaves? Is that what it is? I mean, really? Because that's fucking evil. And it makes sense in the way the world and retail world is. So that's one thing I don't get about our world, you know, is the greed levels. Like, what's the end goal? Well, in the underground farming, the hardest part is getting the light in, you know. Artificial light can grow stuff, but it's nowhere near as effective as actual sunlight. I mean, so. But you know, it's funny, like the movie Interstellar, that beginning scenes where it talks, you know, about those people talking about all the dust and everything. You know what that was from? That was first-hand accounts of the 1930s, people that lived through the Dust Bowl. That's what that is. And that's what's going to happen in China, because they're doing exactly what we did in the 30s. And that they're just frickin' farming the shit out of the land, and they're not doing any conservation efforts whatsoever. And their level of what they're doing for farming compared to us is minuscule. They are doing way greater scale. And you're going to hear about this. There's going to be, in the next 5 years, a dust storm that's going to go from one side of China to the other side and affect the world probably. Oh yeah. We've somehow forgotten that the Amazon forest is, we need to keep it alive somehow this last 10 years now. It became, when I was growing up, saving the Amazon forest was the biggest, like, environmental things, you know, that you could do. Wait a second. This looks totally different, dude. Have you guys... Wait, is this a base? Yeah, it must be a base. Yep, that's basically what happens if we have a major drought and you don't do proper farming like we do in the US now, where we're using, instead of just plowing, they do, what is it again? I can't remember. Oh, this is someone's base, no wonder. Sorry. Pretty cool base, though. Yeah, I mean, there's ways around it. It's just, you know, you gotta take a more conscious effort to. Yeah, I know, you saw that too. I thought too. I was like, guys, is this a new base type? Let's go look at it. I forget that I'm in, like, populated galactic hub space. Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Did they plan, like, was it 10 million trees or something crazy, or 100,000 at least? Oh, yeah, look at that. That is, I'm getting a picture of this. Whoever's base this is. I wish we could leave, like, notes or just that we visited someone's base, you know? Because I would love to leave them some... I would love to leave them some baked goods here, my friend, you know? Some herbal crunchies or fish biscuits, maybe? Or even a stirring void egg. Alas, maybe in the next update we'll get guest book features at our bases. I would love, like, we could have like a cake display that I could leave cakes in for people to come get. Yeah. I really leaned into the baking and farming in this game. No, there isn't, unfortunately. You can only report the base or just see who it is that made it. Yeah, that's like one thing I wish we'd... Who knows, maybe multiplayer and points of interest will be the next third thing they update, big update they do with the update 3 of Worlds. Because, you know, we've only gotten 2 updates of the Worlds update. And I think the third part is the third one they released before they announced the release date for Light No Fire. So I think update 3 will be some major pieces of Light No Fire being tested live at No Man's Sky again. Such a smart idea, though. And then, you know, they could see how people are utilizing these features in No Man's Sky and then, you know, tweak them in Light No Fire to maybe be more engaging, more worthwhile for the users, you know? Because Light No Fire is basically going to be like an MMO on one huge gas, like basically going to be a planet the size of a gas giant. I mean, now we have, you know, giant paradise. Hang on, let's... Oh wait, I'm doing a mission, aren't I? Sorry. I get so distracted in this game. Oh yeah, I've seen almost rivers. You know what? I feel like Light No Fire definitely will be crossplay at launch. I mean, look how good they've been doing with No Man's Sky and all the new platforms coming out. Like Switch 2, they had a release, a Switch 2 port on release day. I mean, how many other major active games can say that? Did Elite Dangerous? No. They don't need new consoles anymore, sadly. But, yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, we're getting close to almost, I'd say very close to multi-biome planets. Like, I'll go to the other side of a planet like mine, that Paradise one. Oh yeah, No Man's Sky's launch was a complete, utter shit show. It was, the hype train went off rails and literally crashed into a napalm-producing plant. That's No Man's Sky launch right there. Yeah. Oh my god. Quack, my man, yes. Elite Dangerous? Holy balls. Like, I wanted to play and like that game, but I just... overwhelming. And then when I, like, think about Star Citizen, you know? I'm just like, too much bugs and... Oh yeah, yeah. I remember. There's been I've watched, but I mean, if there's any major No Man's Sky video out there, I've probably seen it. Like, I mean, I keep tabs on all the videos out there. Like, I love, you know, the internet historians, the engoodening of No Man's Sky. Sean's Folly, yes. Oh, that's a great sounding, dude. That'd be a great settlement name. Sean's Folly, seriously, dude. I love that. I forgot what I was even doing here. Oh. Looking for bones, that's right. Oh wow, that's why am I going for that one? That is so far away. Dude. 490 using tells me that's the closest? I don't think so. This must be a deep planet. Oh, this is why. Holy balls, look how high up this thing is.
Radiation protection.
Oh yeah, that's why. This is one of these planets where you have the extreme mountains. Here we go, was gently float and weirdly hover. Oh, we can fight something here too. Yeah, we'll do that after we're done with this. A guardian, as they are. Oh man, how many of these do I have to do? Look like ionic collisions improve radiation stuff. Listen. Oh, Forbidden West, yeah. I haven't actually played that. I have it, but I haven't really played through it yet. Like, I love the first one. Oh my gosh, did I play the crap out of that game. That story was so good. Oh, it was so good. Like, I needed a really good story at the time, and Horizon Zero Dawn. Oh man. Okay, hang on here. I don't really need to change to my super OP. I'll put on my combat and alien multi-tool here that will just shred this. Oh no! They're awake! Here's the Guardians. As I'll shred it here. It's not much challenge when you're in game like me, but yeah, that's kind of neat though that they have those, you know. Yeah, the extreme planets, they look pretty awesome. I mean, they look beautifully extreme. No, it's a long way, but where's this other? There we go. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I have my jetpack tanks boost buff on my perpetual cakes. This is why I'm baking. I use the nutrient ingester buffs, which are huge, man. You know, I realize I hate this mission that we're doing, like, a lot. The funny thing is I went to school for anthropology, archaeology, too, so you think I would be totally digging this, like, update, but I mainly just went to school for it. Wait, where is this thing at? Oh man, why is it finding one so far away? Oh no, I got lost. Yeah, the caves now too are crazy big. I've been tempted to build a base in one, but okay, let's do this for real. Where's this at? I mean, that's not close even. Okay, let's do it like that. Oh, look at these cool little animals. Oh, I should have put my fauna scanner boost on. I could have got like 38 million for scanning them. Ooh, what do they produce here, I wonder? Oh, no way, nectar! I could always use syrup nectar. Huh. What's this weird little thing? Oh wow, look at this guy. I kind of want him as a pet now. Huh. Can I interact? No. I can't interact with him, though. And yes, what do you do in No Man's Sky? Well, I get distracted by random things a lot. Okay, we gotta go up there. Oh, I hate going up hills, though. Especially with jetpack. With the tanks, or the boots. Rocket boots. It's weird why it's not keeping it highlighted. Oh, here we go. There's actually. Oh, look at this bed here. Actually, a nice chunk of them. Sucks when you only find like 3 at a time. It takes so long to do this. At least they made it only 12. For a while, they made it 20 or something crazy. Oh, you can actually refine these in a nutrient processor into bone milk if you need it, or marrow maybe. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's kind of one of those games, you know. It's funny always, people ask, you know, what do you do in No Man's Sky? I'm like, well, how do you, I mean, I always have problems describing it. I just say it's like a space exploration version of Minecraft. But then again, I feel like that's a disservice to No Man's Sky, because it's, people think of Minecraft, they don't think of pretty graphics, you know. I want to say that this is just a space exploration sandbox game. And you make, the gameplay is what you make of it. You got your 4 pillars of exploration, surviving, upgrading, and crafting. I'm not sure, and building. I think those are pillars. Oh yeah, let's use my scatter blaster, less powerful version against this guy. See if we can get, oh man. Not as powerful as another one. Oop. Nope, stupid. Oh, look at that underwater. Oh no, never mind. That's one from him. I like to use the cloaking device to hide. Oh, peekaboo. Oh yeah, I remember doing the refiner dupes for a while there, and I love it. That was a nice reference. So true though, people don't realize that all the iconography for Christianity is basically paganistic iconography they stole. And of course, you know what they do? Oh, Jesus! Hang on. You know what that means. Okay, time to do it. You guys haven't seen this probably, have you? This dude hates me. It's aggressive fauna. You know what we do then? We bring out my bodyguard. Hey, buddy. You gonna protect me from this evil thing that's trying to hurt me? Let's cause some trouble here. Where's that fauna aggressive one? This guy, I think. Unafraid. Yeah, we're gonna go over here. Come on, buddy. Pumbaa, protect me from this guy. Where'd he go? There he is. Pissed him off. Uh-oh, watch this now. Check this out. Uh-oh, come on, Pumbaa. Let's find somewhere good where you can see him. Let's get up here. Let him come to me now here. Pumbaa! Oh, you saved me! Save me, buddy! Oh, you laser beamed him! Yeah, that's the best thing, like, when I discovered that recently in an update, I'm like, dude, that is just cool. Nah, nasty. Oh, he needs to cheat after that, man. Come here, buddy. Oh, look at this cute little guy. Oh. I love the pet stuff. Oh, yeah, good space piggy. That is super cute. Yeah, it's funny, like, just some of the behavior, even though it's, you know, all scripted, it still seems genuine. Like, look at him. I mean, when I sit down here, actually, he'll come and sit next to me and lay down. Aww. Aww. My boy. We'll take a little break here, because it's been a busy day of exploring. We still got some eggs to find, though, buddy. Okay, let's go. Time to get those eggs. Those bones, they don't... Yeah, this actually... Pumbaa was one of the animals on the Expedition 18 planet, starting planet. I liked him so much that I made sure I wrote down the glyphs, teleported back, and got him and brought him back with me. And he's been kind of hanging out with me on my The eggs. The whispering eggs. It's not a trap. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, I got the jetpack boost, so I can just literally Superman around here. Oh, this looks like a really good spot here. Oh, wait, I don't even have that on there. There we go. So far away. The other one's at... right around there. There we go. Right underneath me. Oh wait, maybe not. Oh wow, this one's probably in a cave maybe? Yeah, look at that. Below a cave. Oh whoa. Oh, that's creepy seeing that there. I was full oh no, I hit rock bottom quite literally. Ha! I hit rock bottom. Yep, I did. Like foundationally speaking. Huh. Well, that makes it a problem. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, definitely do it. Do it, my friend. Yeah, there's a lot of things. I mean, I don't know. I that's one thing I don't ever have problems. This game is finding things to do. But again, I have a pretty active imagination too, and I do a lot of role playing in my head. You know, I think that helps a lot too. Okay, we'll go over here. How many do I have left? Oh, one more only. Psh, sweet. This wasn't as horrible as it was. I remember one time you had to get 30 of them. I'm like, Sean, you're killing me here, quite literally. You know, we're gonna go to a closer one. Look at all of them here. Of course. Yeah, you know, that's like what people ask, you know, like on the subreddit. They're like, well, I don't know, I'm getting bored with No Man's Sky, what should I do? And honestly, the best advice is play something different for a while, you know? So, I mean, I get those moments myself too, and I play a lot of this. Like before the Beacon update, I was only playing maybe once or twice a week. But now I've been just constantly doing my thing.
Secure transmission module located.
Where though? But where? Oh, there it is. There's 0. Yeah, it's funny when you have a lot of waypoints marked, it's hard to find it at times. But thankfully you got the arrow. There it is, finally. Oh, crap. I don't want that. See, why can't I... It's funny, you can't... Oh, that's a new bug I didn't realize. Like, I can't lock onto these anymore to highlight them. I can only drop a... Oh no, wait a second. Yeah. Let me scan this plant. Oh, hang on. Oh, wait. Huh. Yeah. You can't actually highlight those waypoints from quests or something. Well, that's interesting. Thankfully, you don't gotta go far. Go parabolic flight quick. Oh, no, you need to. It's like flying to New York from Minneapolis. You basically get up and then you're just going back down already. Like, I don't even know if I ever even get, like, time to get a coffee on there while I'm in the back seats. Man, I used to travel, like, a lot, because I used to, you know, like I said, did trial support for the law firm, so we'd always have trials in the summer, so I'd be flying all over the damn country. Man, for a while I was in Texas, Eastern District of Texas, for, oh my god, 3 summers. Why do you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. In Marshall, Texas is a county, is a federal court that is very, very lenient or friendly to small patent holders. AKA patent trolls love to fight the big companies in Eastern Texas court because of that. So, yeah, cool. DeJano, what does that mean? What does that mean? Oh yeah, that's right. Isn't that cool? Oh yeah, this is kind of neat. I kind of need to get a picture of this. Let me sit here and point at it because you know, gotta point at stuff because you can. Oh, not wave, point. There we go. Oh, Spanish. I wish I would have learned Spanish. I still could learn Spanish, but I kind of wish in high school I took Spanish instead of German. But the main reason I took German is because I knew that my senior year I could then go to Germany with the German club. So yes, but then of course I found out my senior year that the Spanish class, instead of going to Mexico, we're going to Spain. I'm like, what? If I would have known that, I would have took Spanish any day. No way, dude! Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch. Oh la la. Yes, I took it in college even because I had to. I originally went to school to be an astrophysicist. Oh fuck. Was I an idiot? I am not that good at math. No, not at all. So then I had to go to the liberal arts college, and then I actually needed to then fulfill my foreign language requirements. I had to retake German because I didn't pass my AP test for German in high school. I was like literally 1 point away from getting credit for college credit for it. Oh well, no biggie. Oh, nice. Well, that works out. That makes sense why Quack's learning German then. You guys are cute. You know, if I ever got a partner ever in my life, I would want them to be like you two. Like my friends, most of my friends are married or have significant others, and I think I'm probably the only single person anymore. Actively single and have been my whole life, and ooh, Death Stranding 2. I've heard I need to get into that game because it seems like right up my alley. Nice. Yeah, that helps, man. Word brain, I wish I had that. Hell yeah. Okay, let's see here. I did not focus, did I? Nope, I didn't. Heck yeah. I mean, yeah, we're definitely doing some deliveries here, too. Okay, I think I need to actually go back to the first one on my... Oh, gosh. I got so distracted today, I barely got anything done. Oh, thank you. You know, honestly, I'm not actively looking for any significant others right now. I'm still trying to sort myself out, you know. I don't want to bring my baggage into someone else's world. Even though I don't have much baggage, but I admit it, I'm kind of an independent kind of guy, too. I love being social, but I really also love not being social and having my me time, like this time. It's like Schrodinger's paradox of wanting to be alone but not alone. Oh, look at this cute little guy. Aw. Hang on, let me get my little guy out then. I got my funny dudes, my Mr. Blobs. There we go. Mr. Blobs! Oh, I wish I could pet their pet. Look at that little guy! Oh, he's got a little helmet. It kind of reminds me of Bioshock, yo. Yeah! Schrodinger's inversion. Hey, introversion. I love it! Yes! Yes! You guys are finding the right words I cannot find some days. That's super cute, that little guy. See, I want to make my, a version of my Mr. Pumbaa. A small version of him, though. Like a version like that size would be so cool. Oh, buddy. Okay, hang on. Let me give this guy some treats. Where's my herbal crunchies? Hang on. Where did I put my herbal crunchies? You know, I'll give him some perpetual cakes. So good. Oh, he ran away from me. He's like, oh no, this guy's giving me stuff. Okay, well, we got our Quicksilver rewards. I don't think there's anything to buy yet, though. Let's see here. Oh yeah, we got everything there is. I think the only thing I don't have is these things. Yeah. But I don't wear them, so it's pointless to spend the money. I mean, I could get them, but I value my Quicksilver. Whereas my nanites, yeah, you know. Thank you, Outlaw's Bug, for giving me the max nanites. Oh, we should check the food market. This is one thing I recently started doing now, too, that I'm cooking. Try to get my rep up with Cronus. Why are you so judgy, man? I don't think I will, honestly. It's funny, I used to be on Discord for a bit there. My buddies and I had our own group that we'd hang out and chat in, but then after a while we just ended up like going into it and each would be doing our own thing and it'd just be empty dead space or a random burp and cough. So, I don't think I will, honestly, but maybe we'll see. If I do, I'll post I'll open up a channel. I'll just create a channel anyways in case people want to just chat in there. Oh, baked anomaly! I have these. Oh, you know, drop me a message or link somewhere, and I'll add it to my list. I'll add yours to mine then, to my Discord. Still, like I said, I don't really I keep myself plenty busy these days with this game and NBA and other games and working on my random Mac stuff and home automations and other side projects I go down the rabbit hole on. What is my project these days? Right now I'm working on. Oh, lately I was getting my plants all healthy and getting some supports from so they wouldn't snap off because they get too tall. Ooh, that's a cool idea. I like that. And I like to look at the anomaly, but look at this ship. Ooh, that's pretty. I like white ones, especially this design. It's funny though. I always will see a Sentinel ship design I haven't seen yet. I mean, the way they create the Sentinel ships, it's pretty amazing. The various models they have. I think I had a similar one in orange. Hey, look at their suit. They need some stuff. They need a cookie. Gotta give them a thumbs up. Hope they saw that. I like their ship. Oh, hang on, look at this one here. This looks like a cool... Let me get photo mode here for this one. Yeah, it's got those the tail ones there. The parts right there. Oh, if this was in blue, man, I would totally want that. Yeah, that's nice. Hang on. I wonder if that's the owner? Nope. Oh, that was the owner. Goodbye. Okay, well, I actually got something accomplished today on my list, which, I mean, it's No Man's Sky. What kind of list is this? Oh yeah, the Boundary Herald, I believe it is. Yeah, I love that one. I don't fly it enough, though. I think it's because I don't have any of my upgrades really on it yet. Yeah, Sentinel ships are pretty cool. I mean, they're such a crazy variety. Oh, hey, let's see here. Let me go grab my... One of my favorite Sentinel ships is actually a tank. Like, I really wish it would be able to drive on the surface. It'd be so cool. Yeah, I think it's like the second Sentinel ship I found was a tank one. I'm like, oh, dude, totally gonna get this. This is so ridiculously cool. It kind of looks like a Transformer Megatron-like in tank form. Let's see here. We'll take out... We'll put away. Starborn Phoenix is a good one to have. You know, I'm gonna put my solar ship away. Do I have anything important in there? If I did, oh well. Oh, there. Never mind. I had it active already. Let's see what else we got. No, that's one I just had. Okay, let's start at the top. We got Starborn Runner, of course, which got both of them. Go PC cross saves. Oh, that's my bubble exotic. I had a squid, but I had to get rid of them back in the day because we had a limit to only have, what was it, 9 ships back then. So I could probably, oh, here's my little custom Raza I made. I love this little thing. I call it my McDonald's hauler. Okay, let's, yeah. Let's see, there's my vector. Those guys. There's my tank. Yeah, look at this thing. If it could drive on the ground, that'd be so cool. I kind of wish the animation was a little more, but it's pretty cool still that these have the animations taken off, you know. I mean, yeah, look at that. Well, you know, the funny thing is, space, you don't need aerodynamics in space. You can have a freaking box in space. That's the most efficient spaceship design in space, is a box. Because there's no wind resistance, because there's no gravity. You know? So, you know, our shows like the show The Expanse, they do spaceships properly. You know, the designs aren't, we don't need to design them like we do on Earth planes, you know. They're dynamic. They look cooler, but the reality is that, I suppose if you're going to do any atmospheric re-entry or actual flying of said ship in an atmosphere, then you would want an aerodynamically shaped one, but I don't know, I think you probably would have a small little ship for that, you know. A cool small ship. The only downfall about these suckers landing the Sentinel some days after certain updates is quite a challenge. It seems like you gotta spam the hell out of the landing button, or you have to do a circle or two, so I'm gonna get my little McDonald's Raza out here instead. This is my custom built one. Oh, look at the water. I love that. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, it's nice. It's very nice. Yeah, this planet, man, I tell you, I just come here and literally look at the reflection of the clouds on the water. And just rings on water, it's just so cool. Oh, nice! Yeah, I love how they added that. I just wish we could repaint them without rebuilding them completely, you know? We could just go and just change the paint color. I would love that. Have I done anything with this? Oh yeah, I kind of have this kitted out a little. Oh, that's right, I went Cyclotron and Positron instead of the Infra. I just love how cute this thing is. Little guns. And the little lights here too that work really makes for some good pictures. Oh, I guess I got I should get my outfit matching. Oh, I love my freighter though. This thing took me over 15 hours of save scumming to get the S-Class version. I don't know how many times I defeated those pirates. Oh my gosh. So when people ask me if I'm gonna get a Dreadnought, I'm like, yeah, nope. Not unless I can own multiple freighters. Oh my god, yes, like the frigates basically being flyable, that's a very common request, so I wouldn't doubt if we see something happen. That's one thing, like I say, you know, about HG, is that they're pretty good about listening to the community, and if it's possible, within reason, to do it. I mean, gas giants. How long have people been asking for gas giants? Forever. Which, I like that they add them. I personally don't really care for them myself, but... Oh, dude, you gotta get a freighter, man. Because, you know, you can build bases on them these days. Huge ones, and... Speaking of such, well, let's look at my base. I spent about 20 hours on my base, I think, in my freighter in the last half year. I figured, you know, if there's ever a base to ever build, I'd say, you know, if you're not really into base building, the best base place to build one is on your freighter, because it goes with you wherever you go. And you can build some super cool stuff these days, so basically I have, like, indoor and outdoor. Oh, no, that's okay. No, I'm actually playing on PS5 Pro, so I got the PS5 Pro Enhanced Edition, and also I'm playing in 120 hertz, 120 frames per second mode too, with a TV that supports 120 hertz. So it's buttery smooth. But yeah, I have my little freighter base is kind of I section it off into like this area being the, you know, the pretty plant area. Then I have my technological fleet captain rooms and all the technology things, scanner. And then I have a separate area where I put all the storage containers and refiners, so I keep the noise away. And I connect these with gotta have yourself, you know, a walkway system. And of course, teleport. Oh, thank you. You know, I played with Legos a lot as a kid and build houses in those, and I just like. I've heard VR No Man's Sky is amazing. Like, I need to get PSVR 2 now for that alone. But then I like this outdoor area too, you know. I always use these mud. Oh! I never realized. Yeah, it makes sense. Melee boost. I kind of wish you could use the normal controller in VR mode, so I would totally do that. That's the only reason why I don't have VR yet. So I don't like flying the ships with VR mode in VR. I want to use my controller. Then I got my little memorials for my mom and dad here. Oh, mom and dad. And the eldest. Then I have a little captain's, my desk, my work office desk is up here. When I gotta do captain stuff. Oh, I love rocket boots. I love and hate rocket boots. Love them for indoors and normally hate them for when I'm going up a mountain. So you just, oh, it's such a challenge. Okay, let's see here. We better turn the heater on quick. It's a little chilly up here. Okay, let's see. We got space captain stuff to do. Okay, we're good. You know what? I don't feel like walking. I think I'm gonna heat up a couple of my breakfast burritos I made yesterday, and I'm gonna go touch some grass outside and go for a walk. I know, everyone's against rocket boots. Oh yeah, I think PSVR would be the best way to do it, PSVR 2 or PC VR. I mean, I've heard if you have actually PS5 Pro with PSVR 2 or super high-end PC setup with whatever the best PC headset is these days. I've watched a few videos on people doing the No Man's Sky stuff in those, and yeah, they're like, wow, it's pretty crazy awesome. I mean, I played this game in PSVR 1 on the PS4 Pro, and graphically it wasn't the prettiest, but the immersion level and the scale of things was incredible. Yes, the vibe, that's what it is. Yeah, I remember when that thing first came out, the first one they released, that was crazy. I think it was like $2,500 for the headset. But now, I mean, PC VR is just blowing anything. I mean, the cost and quality you get nowadays is pretty ridiculous. The only downfall, again, is, you know, the fact that you need a pretty frickin' high-end GPU to, I assume, still to really utilize it. Now, again, that's where I just can't, you know, get into PC gaming nowadays, is that the fact that a frickin' GPU takes more power than every single thing I'm looking at in my living room right here, yeah, that's a problem, in my opinion. More energy draw does not. That's just inefficiency, man. That's just being lazy, in my opinion. GPU manufacturers are, like AMD and Nvidia. Oh, you're upper mid-range? Yeah, you could definitely do VR then, no problem. You wouldn't be able to get like crazy 4K ultra high settings or anything, but you probably can still play on like high settings, and that would just look phenomenal, I imagine. Yeah, so whenever PSVR 2 goes on sale again, if it gets underneath $400, I'll buy it. But until it's under 400, nope. Because the fact that I have literally 20 games I bought for PSVR that are not compatible for PSVR 2, that's why I'm not gonna pay over 400 ever. Actually, I will buy it when it hits 350 eventually, because it hasn't sold worth crap really. Come on, Sony, throw me a bone here, baby. You know you want my easy money. Yay! B class! I'm gonna leave it like this. Nope! PSVR 1 is not. Well, PSVR 1 is usable on the PS5, but you have to have a special adapter, and they changed the controllers and also the way the controllers are read, or with the camera and stuff, So you can play PSVR 1 and PSVR 1 games on a PS5, but you just can't play any PSVR 2 games on a PSVR 1. And you can't play any PSVR 1 games with a PSVR 2, which is kind of a bummer. You think you would be able to backwards compatible the new with the older software, you know, but I think it was how they changed the VR and how it worked between the PS4 and 5, so. Actually, they added PC support, I think, for PSVR 2 now. I know PSVR 1 you could definitely do Jimmy Rig in it. So I had two versions of PSVR 1, which I sold one each to a coworker of mine. So my coworkers, or Jimmy Rig, Jerry Rig, basically make it work, basically hacking it together. It's an old saying. Like, I love, actually lately what I've been doing is analyzing old sayings and trying to figure out how they came up with those sayings, because most of the sayings we hear are quite literal things that then became symbolic more than literal, because the fact of things that they literally were talking about have been way beyond, evolved beyond. Ooh, I'll have to read your full comment on text now. I didn't see it. Rednecks fixin'. That's exactly what Jerry Reagan, Jimmy Reagan is, basically, yeah. It's throwing a bunch of duct tape on and some super glue and calling it a day, and hey, it works for now. Like we say, it ain't pretty, but it works. That's like my dad, growing up, he's a farmer, so what did he do? He jerry-rigged everything. That man, he's the reason I think I'm so handy and smart with technology, is that he showed me that you don't need to be educated in something to understand it, that you can learn how it works if you carefully take it apart and put it back together or whatever, so. Everything but C-Class. Here, I'll show you. That's the thing. Here's my theory on what happened with the bug here. Is that there's basically a bug in the game right now, I feel, that Hello Games addressed by just changing a flag from a 0 to a 1. So basically, before they had the flag set to 0, when it was set to 0, only C-Class would show, and none of these would show. But then they flipped it around so now that only B and higher class show and C-Class don't show. So like this one over here, that's a C-Class. That's a C-Class, that's a C-Class. Yeah, so they'll probably fix that with another patch, a real fix actually. So we see C-Class too. Or unless that's just how it's supposed to be, you don't have you're the lowest level, so we don't give you a marker. But I have like 4 markets now in this settlement, like 4 of these. And here's my theory on food market right here. archaeologist over here. To turn off those, let's see. Maybe accessibility. Nope. Never a camera. Nope. Control? No, definitely not control. Nope, unfortunately not. I kind of like it though. Well, at least when they're S-Class look cool. That's true. Well, you know, we have technology in No Man's Sky that allows for projections. Well, you know, it does keep true to, like, you know, other things that have holographic overlays. However, if you want to see one where it doesn't really work at all, I think Autophage settlements. I made a little memorial. Never forget the Whispering Egg Hunters. I swear you'd send people out, you know, and they'd always die prior to the beacon update on those expeditions. Ooh boy. Forbidden numbers, what? Oh boy. The philosophers too, and I'm a philosopher. Man, I don't know if I can agree with them. You can't ban numbers. Once you ban something, you just made it... You give it more power than not banning it. Okay, well, at least we got some happiness out of it. Okay, last one to head to, and then I'm gonna go offline here for a bit and eat some stuff, and go for a walk, and talk to the trees on my walk. Oh my god, I just love this area by my place right now. There's this sidewalk that has trees planted on both sides of it, and these are old trees. Oh my god, that's so cool. A village on a turtle, dude. That's brilliant. Wait, they're not flat earthers, are they? Oh my god, I can't believe there's people on this planet that believe that Earth is flat. I'm sorry, but I just gotta point out people like that, just call them idiots. Because, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you're gonna believe that in this day and age, yeah, I'm just gonna call you out for what you are, an idiot. A misinformed idiot, I should say. I love it when they try to prove, you know, to people that are non-believers that the Earth is flat, and they're like, doing all the tests, you know, buying scientific gear and doing the scientific method, and they're like, wait a second. Oh my god, they totally are. Well, here's the thing about my simulation theory, though. An aspect of simulation theory that people don't talk about is that the assumption of simulation theory, a lot of people, is that the creators are aware of the simulation, but my statement is that I make simulation theory more feasible and realistic in that we are not known. Like, how I look at simulation theory is that there's a creator, a fourth dimensional, fifth dimensional being that's created an experiment to kind of replicate three-dimensional existence. And in the process of doing so, the only way that he or she or they could create such a simulation is they would have to contain a simulation within a proper container. My theory is that this level of advancement, technology, species, dimensional existence has access to everything that we have in our dimension and then some, and the things that we have in our dimension are just like toys for them. So basically what they do is they take a black hole, use that to contain a simulation of multiple universes all simultaneously occurring at the same time. And our existence right now is within one of those universes. And our existence to the creator, they don't even know we exist. So if you think about the scale of our universe and just what we observe if this is a simulation, what we have observed just within the last 2,000 years of our simulation, which could be split seconds to the simulator, of course, is that, yeah, we can't even find things in our own damn universe. How would a entity simulating our existence ever know of our existence without us? Only way they would ever figure it out is that if we could somehow break the simulation, quite literally. Break our universe is how we bring attention to our existence, to the creator. So there you go. Sorry for making us seem even more insignificant even with simulation theory, but I think the reality is that we're just a byproduct anomaly of the simulation that they weren't even expecting. Dude, Quack Man, I agree. That's another theory I have too outside of this. You know, I have my theories in my head compete with each other, and I am still trying to find a holistic worldview of my belief systems, which it's too hard when you have wide range of belief systems. That's why, again, I create tiers of my belief systems of what I consider, you know, realistic and hold true or whatever. But no, I agree. I feel like in my paganistic belief systems and spiritual life stuff, that's okay. You know what? I believe in you, though. And you believe in you. And you believe in Quack, so that's all that matters. You have a localized belief system, which, you know, that's okay. But that may make you a better person, honestly. If a person doesn't believe in anything but what there is right now, we live our life maybe with a little more purpose and a little more appreciation for life. Oh, I like that. Water is such a beautiful analogy for lots of things in life, and that's a great one. You have a very, as they say, you have a very good foundation, it sounds like, but you're not afraid to ebb and flow with the times and with the patterns of life, right? As they say, be flexible. Be stable but flexible. I mean, if we don't have any core belief systems, then what do we have, right? We're just wish-washy. We have nothing to believe in. So, there we go. Philosophy. And the last thing for today is that, you know, it's funny. I went to school for philosophy. Like, my degrees were in philosophy and anthropology. But I went to school mainly. When I was in school, I taught myself computers my freshman year, and from that moment, it clicked so well that I knew my future career was all computers, and what I had taught myself my first year in college and going forward would be enough, and then some. So I basically went to college for myself, my own personal life, belief systems, learning new things, experiencing stuff I never experienced. Diogenes. Oh, no way. Oh, I'm gonna have to look into that now. It's funny, I named my computer servers after Greek gods and goddesses. So, like, for a while, I had one called Hermes, and then I had one called Dionysus, and now I had one called Adrianus. So, I've been going through them. I love it. Okay, let's see here. But yeah, it's well, my friends, it's been one hell of a fun morning of chatting. I didn't expect to actually chat to anybody. I thought I was just going to be talking to the ether. Cynicism, I love it. Well, you need cynicism in life or else you don't question the realities that we are faced with, which may not be realities. Or are they? Oh, there's so many questions in life, right? That's the easy thing, isn't it? Asking the questions. I usually stream daily. I'll probably be on again tonight because, you know, I play this game a lot and it's fun. And I got a little frustrated with my NBA 2K16 game yesterday. I totally could not make a shot to save my life, so I'm like, I'm done playing for a while. I need to take a break. So, but no, I'm usually on once a day or so. Every once in a while I don't. If I have social outings I usually don't play then, but yeah, thanks for swinging by, Quack and Selena. You guys are awesome. A super cute couple. You know, I always say this. A couple that games together stays together. Oh my god, yeah. You know, start journaling, people. If you're younger, especially you guys, you're in your 20s, get a physical notebook, start writing journal entries once in a while. Just write some stuff like, today, here's how I feel about stuff. Because when you become my age, 20 years later, you go look back on that stuff, it is awesome. You see the personal growth that one has when you actually write how you really are feeling and are doing. GPT totally counts, dude, totally. It's a new way of doing it. Do it, yeah, definitely. you know, the best thing nowadays is voice to text is pretty damn good on everything we own. So I get lazy and I just sit on my couch and use Siri to dictate my journal notes, and then just leave it as they are and come back and look at them and maybe clean them up a little, proofread them. But yeah, it's nice to look back on. That's like one of those things, you know, find things in your life you have now that you want to keep and keep them. And it's like, it's almost like you preserve a piece of yourself. Oh yeah, I could totally see that. I could totally see that. Just don't get too hooked on it though, because just remember this. ChatGPT and Chat AI, all the AI assistants, all they're meant to do is make us feel better about ourselves. They're never going to tell us we're wrong. They're always going to positively reinforce, which is great when you're feeling down, but you can't let it make you arrogant, because I did chatting for about a week straight with ChatGPT about AI and humanity and philosophy topics, and after a couple days I started thinking to myself, man, I'm a fucking genius. And then I started thinking about it, I'm like, wait a second, no I'm not. I have not been told I was ever wrong a single time yet by ChatGPT, and that's an issue. But it is good though for like mental health stuff if they can, you know, train the models properly on that kind of stuff. Definitely could see it as a major asset. And as, you know, loneliness counterbalance. It's just, you know, that some people have very addictive personality types that get obsessed with that kind of stuff. So, and I have one of those personality types, so I know I stepped away from it for a while there too. But anywho, I rambled again more. So on that note, love y'all. My usual, have a good day, be good, try to be kind to at least one person, do something awesome or even just decent for somebody, and spread the smiles and love, y'all. Hippie on out. And Quack, Selena, you guys are great. Everyone else I chatted to, thanks for coming by. It was fun. I mean, who would have thought you'd be able to have intellectual conversations over video game streams, right? Y'all changed that. Proved that we can do it. Alright.